Yo, 12 Up Podcast, episode 17. We had fun last week. And I want to read through the comments on this Jordan thing that we had, because that shit, a lot of dumb people out there. Just
Oh, wow.
Even Jordan himself said,
I knew you was. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Everybody's been saying it. The GOAT says you're the problem.
Sean made topics for this week, but ironically, he didn't put that on there, even though everybody's talking about it. How Michael Jordan said this new generation is great. But for some reason, he's
getting ready for his NBC broadcasting debut.
Exactly, but his toxic
he's working
fans,
the crowd.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you what his toxic fans have to say, because they're just dumb. They're like really dumb people.
Wow, this is interesting. You really
to be a fan of Jordan, you got to be them too.
No. The ones, the sycophants, the ones that go out of their way.
This is how upset LeBron fans are. This is.
I'm
really
not upset.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of it seems like very upset.
About what?
Jordan fans, we're just happy. We say none of these things. We always give LeBron his credit, his just due.
All I see on my timeline is motherfuckers talking about how Jordan's so great. He dunked from the half court.
What would you expect? What would you expect
he did
to
dunk
see?
From half court.
No, he didn't dunk from half court.
A free throw line. From the free throw line, I should say.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. We talked about that. He believed that he actually believed he dunked from half court.
Yeah,
and I was like, in Space Jam, he dunked from half court.
He could dunk from
full
court.
Y'all think that's real?
Full court.
Y'all think it's real? Just like all them steals he got that year. They padded his stats.
It's as real as being mad at MJ for being better than LeBron. It's as real as that.
Let's wait till later to talk about that, because you're wrong, and we got to get through a lot of other bullshit here. But let's see. No, we'll do that later. But I'm talking. We're looking at. I see you updated. Put some new topics on here. I don't see white going off on black people. What the fuck is that?
What?
That's what he wrote.
yeah. That's the link.
That's the link.
Charleston White.
Oh, man. No, we got to watch this. Hope we don't get copyrighted from Charleston's people.
Bring it. No, actually.
Real quick, I had a doctor's appointment this morning that I skipped.
Wow.
But my whole, I was going to cancel it yesterday, but the whole, scheduling system for the hospital or whatever is out. Right? I couldn't get in the app to cancel. I didn't even know the phone number, so I didn't even bother calling. They didn't even call me to say you still coming or anything. And I tried calling. Their phone system's out, too. So I'm like,
what?
Can anybody get this? Is the Midwest, people. This is our
I keep forgetting you're not in our same health network anymore. You out there in the sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's terrible.
They're hoping you didn't show up so they could hit you with that cancellation fee.
I mean, might as well. I got to talk about what they're doing with the Ozempic too. They have some new law that they just passed that you can't use Ozempic for weight loss. Yeah, so they took it off mine. I can't even buy it. I can't even use it. I can't even get it on my thing, even though my doctor says I need it.
They're going to start selling Ozempic like crack.
Oh, yeah.
Under the table.
No, you can get it cheaper anywhere else. All right, let's start this.
There's one goddamn thing we can be proud of and say I'm black and I'm proud.
All right.
Not one thing.
Hold on.
Not the beginning.
He said,
They not building. Why wouldn't you go against these niggas today? They not building nothing. They destroying every woman they lay with. Disrespect every woman they sleep with. Why you want to be on their side? Why? I don't know nothing about black culture.
Ooh.
I'm 46 years old, my nigga. I can't think of nothing in life that black people can be proud of in 46 years. We ain't done one goddamn thing that we can be proud of and say I'm black and I'm proud.
That song.
Not one thing. Nigga, for the longest, I was Mexican on the inside. I eat Mexican food, I fuck Mexican. I ain't date black women for 15 years.
The fuck?
I hung with Mexicans. I watch how Mexicans bury one another. I watch how Mexicans trust me to come to their house because they know I ain't gonna try to sleep with they woman.
But you just said you fuck
The
Mexican.
loyalty and respect that I got amongst Mexicans, homie. Nigga, I used to be jealous, man. My people can't do this. No, homie, I don't like this shit. I'm ashamed to be a black man. I'm a proud man. But nigga, when we go to grouping together, I'm ashamed.
Yo, that is the most Jim Crow'd Uncle Tom beaten into submission coon ass nigga I have ever seen.
First of all, I hate reaction content like that where some idiot just sits there, rubs his hands, and nods along.
Because I don't understand I don't understand if Cuz was feeling it, if he was ashamed.
I don't know.
Did he add the piano music with that shit?
This the same Charleston White who talking about raping chicks and this, that, and the third, and then he's talking about black men don't respect black women and this, that, and we don't do this.
But you know, it's so funny.
Talking out both sides of your mouth with your.
He always says he does this on purpose because he says that no one pays attention to him, or he doesn't get any eyeballs. So, he says he does a lot in the community.
He was an activist.
So if he's doing that behind the scenes, if he's acting a fool on purpose, that's one thing. But if he's believing some of the stuff he says,
because they're not building nothing.
Not one thing in my 46 years. Not one thing. I mean,
I stopped dating black women for 15 years. I only eat Mexican food. I was like, brother, have you ever had soul food? It's good as shit, bro. It's really good. Give it a shot, bro.
Yeah,
this is the world we live in, man.
It's times when I drive around my community and I will see like my Hispanic neighbors, they'll have a big giant truck and they'll do like an independent market for the community. Anybody can get a piece. But also, like, a couple blocks away is a black-owned independent grocery and pharmacy. Like, the fuck do you mean black people not building nothing? Like, oh, shit. Like,
no, it's that's the thing, man. It's this is the point is getting across so many ways. It's so messed up because that's the only way people pay attention to shit, which is horrible, right? Any way somebody eyeballs, you get ears to something is always about some insane wild shit. It's like the Haktua girl became famous off of Haktua. Like
spit on that.
It's like, what?
I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that shit for a minute. Then I watched like 2 episodes of that show and I said, oh, this is ass water.
Wait, you was waiting for her to get dome to somebody, wasn't you? You was waiting for somebody.
Oh, nah. See, I always wait for somebody in that position to tank, then go to OnlyFans, then start giving dome. They ain't not gonna give dome yet. They on top. Like Charleston White ain't gonna start giving dome yet. He on top. But then when he's like, nah, they not. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if it's the ADHD, but like when I hear somebody say something big, wild, in a high inflection or a weird way, it sticks with me. So for the next 2 days, I'm gonna be saying it's like we ain't building nothing. We ain't building nothing.
That nigga Charles. I don't know. Man. He crazy. He just I find him entertaining either way.
He's getting eyeballs.
That's what I was about to say. I wonder if, that's what we're probably missing. One of us need to just have a crazy ass wild out.
We need to start with a jingle. We need a little.
Hey, tell for those who don't watch our other program, the 12 Up Sneaker Podcast. We need to get Mike to get mixing and mix that we not building nothing. Until like
he's a producer. He does beats.
Building nothing. Nothing. The 12 Hub Podcast. We finally building something, baby. We doing this for Charleston White, man. Anything I do in life now, I'm doing it for C White because we ain't building nothing, and I'm here to change that. I'm gonna tell my ladies right now, if you're not Mexican, you gone for the next 15 years. If this not Mexican food in my house, that's all I eat because Mexican women trust me not to fuck they women. Yo, what? Like, what the fuck?
I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Everyone in the comments, leave an amazing black fact over the last 46 years.
Yes. I can't believe he's the same age as us. Oh, well, Sean and I.
That's crazy.
46? Exactly.
He looks much older.
Yeah, I thought he was like 56.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I gonna be? I'm 40. I'm gonna be 46 this year, I think. Right?
Damn. Yeah, do you have anything that you're proud of black 45. People in the last 45 years?
Have I what?
I said, you got anything you're proud that black people have done in the last 45 years?
I'm proud I started a podcast.
There we go, bro.
I got a YouTube channel.
I'm proud that Rosa Parks refused to get up.
I mean, Obama was pretty impressive. That black president shit.
Oh, absolutely.
So, there's a theory. Obama was a part of the whole thing. But, if Ross Perot never ran for president, we wouldn't have Trump today.
Elaborate.
So this is before your time, Kari.
Exactly. That's why I said.
Sean might know it. So Ross Perot ran against G.W. Bush, the first one, as a Republican, and an independent, right? Sean, he ran independent.
Ross Perot, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he ran, but he was right leaning and conservative, more more fiscally conservative type of guy. He was a billionaire, and he gained such a great following that he actually took away some of the vote from G.W. Bush against Clinton the first time they went. Yep. And then Clinton won. Then you had the whole sex scandal, and Hillary Clinton starts running for office and stuff. And then just fast forward, she wants to run for president. Then there's this guy named Barack Obama, the shining star in the Democratic Party, gained hearts and minds of the people because the other Bush sucked, fucked up everything. And Obama gets in, and then he's at the correspondence dinner, and Obama's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He starts picking on Donald Trump. Donald Trump just sat there, looked at him, and then 4 years later,
you said if it wasn't for Ross Perot, I thought.
So Ross Perot, because then Clinton wouldn't have been president. Then Hillary would have never ran for president.
I got you.
And there would be I don't think Obama would have won because people would have still trusted white men to be president. But GW, the second Bush, fucked that all up, and they lost their trust in white people.
Well, it's back.
I mean, it's weird, yo. Like Obama was not a bad president, but like, if you think about it, if you didn't, I don't know. I guess he played too nice. If he did some of the things that he promised, I think it would have been a lot different. Like the free health care and all that shit. But what are you gonna do? We're here now. Make America great again.
Yeah.
Savannah Chris. Oh, this is the motherfucker that got let go out of prison.
Are you talking about the Chrisleys?
Yo, my wife used to watch the show. No, I never knew he went to jail.
My ex used to watch the show. It ended up getting canceled because of their court case. That's why I got canceled.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. Like $36 million like fraud or something.
And they were already rich as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've ever, reality TV, exaggerates things and all that, but like, nah, even their kids, they be going on wacky misadventures because they didn't have to really focus on their lives because their parents had them.
Yeah,
like they had bread. To be honest, I didn't even know what they did to amass that wealth, but I know that show was wildly popular. I even watched it for a while.
They got pardoned.
God bless.
I'm not surprised, but I was shocked. I didn't even know Trump knew them.
Me neither.
Everybody was like, the Chrisleys are getting pardoned. I knew they were found guilty, but I never knew their ultimate fate was. Did they have to pay some shit back? Were they in jail? Whatever. And next thing you know, you heard. That's why everyone's really pushing this whole Diddy next. And I was like, Diddy next. Who's he helping now? And they was like, the Chrisleys. I said.
Oh, Diddy and Trump are buddies, so he'll probably let him out if he does.
Yeah, they went to Epstein Island.
It was great.
Together.
And I think the timeline. See, this is what's crazy about life and shit. This is the timeline we're supposed to be in. I can't think of Diddy being in jail. I don't care about none of that shit he did. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the thing about it is, I was just
it's
talking
wrong to
with,
beat women, obviously, but I think
it's
nice save there, buddy.
I was just talking with my wife about it, and we were just because it's obviously different perspectives.
She hate Diddy.
Well, I think for obvious reasons, right? A lot of women do. So I mean, I agree, right? With everybody agrees with the horribleness of the situation. Yeah, it's just. Growing up, the way I grew up, I saw a lot of men who were in situations where they could have been in some kid, right? Like, called girl out her name, beat her up and throw her in a car and be like, you coming, like, what you think you leaving me? What you think, like very abusive
I've seen
situation,
that.
right?
Yeah, you see that all the time. That was normal.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. And so like, I think like it's none of those would ever be a kidnapping or this, obviously, right? It should be domestic. It should be abuse. It should be whatever the laws are for that situation. I think it just seems like jealous people in relationships that you got drugs, you got sex, you got money. I mean, everything. They're both doing weird shit to each other, and like, I think shit just got way out of hand. But it's like that's what happens sometimes. A normal couple, has a lot of things behind the scenes where, abusive relationship, this, that, and the other. You threaten somebody, I'll kill you. You think you're going to leave me? I mean, is that sex trafficking at that point? Who knows? I mean, if you tell your girlfriend that, right? So I think the money plays a role. The power where he is plays a role. It's unfortunate that all this is just like looks like dirty laundry being aired out. It looks like more of like a tabloid sensationalized.
Like
it's like crazy. It doesn't seem like a criminal case, but even though there's a lot of criminality to the shit, it seems like crazy ass couple, and this is 24/7 TV. We're gonna tell you what happened.
You know, it becomes more nuanced when you factor in, drugs were involved. So, they say if you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs, consent isn't really consent. So you got that argument. But as far as like sex trafficking involves people, like multiple people. And it's not too like like we talked about previously, the big smoking gun was Kid Cudi was like, he threw a bomb in my car. Whoa. Hit him with the Cudi hums. And I'm just like,
yeah, but what does that have to do with
where's the sex trafficking? Like,
even what is that? What is that? Nobody got arrested for that. Nobody. So did he do it?
Well, here's
where's the proof? The big quote I kept seeing was Diddy was standing there looking like a Marvel villain. I said, was he standing by the car looking like a Marvel villain?
Yeah.
And they were like, he was, after the event happened, he ran into Diddy somewhere and he was like, Diddy was standing there menacingly. And I'm like, well, he probably was mad because you fucking his girl. Like, that don't mean he bombed your car.
Well, this is a question that I had. I said, well, let's say, and I don't know, right? We're not saying any of this is true, allegedly, right? Diddy did it, but
all alleged.
But my thing is, right, when Tiger Woods got caught up and his wife came out with a golf club and she started banging on, and he ran back into a tree. He actually got injured, trying to get away. Fucked his back up. Let's say there was no tree there. He went into traffic and a fucking truck hit him and he died. What would be the charge, right? Like it becomes one of these things where people get. And that's a situation where we would consider them normal, right? She had a moment of passion, ran out with a golf club, caught him cheating, right? Whatever the case may be. He was scared enough to, as a 6'2", 6'3" dude.
Yeah, like, let
me get out of Dodge. I just feel like, people in situations, if they have jealousy, possessiveness, and manipulation and things get involved, it's very easy for things to escalate to some wild stuff like that. It's unfortunate, but when you put the drugs and the money and power, it just seems like the RICO thing. They have to prove two underlining crimes that happened. So kidnapping is one of them. So if they prove kidnapping, that was the whole thing where they're saying his assistant said he forced her to get into the car and go to Kid Cudi's house. She testified to that. So that they're making that kidnapping. That's the charge there. And then now they're trying to include other people that helped him organize the hotel rooms and things like that as far as assistance. It's very it's low totem pole, right? I don't know.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
Cassie just had her baby today.
Yeah, I saw.
Congrats.
Welcome to the world.
What a world to walk into, right?
The first thing he's gonna Google about mommy is that she had 15 UTIs from fucking
Who's the child's father?
Some white guy.
The trainer. Yeah, the trainer that Diddy.
I'm about to say Kid Cudi.
Is he the one that saved her from being?
It was Diddy's. It was Diddy's trainer. Diddy hired him for her.
Is he coming out with any allegations? Does he got something to say?
He might testify because she testified that he FaceTimed her while Diddy and her were having sex, and he FaceTimed her. And she later, I guess months later, somehow confessed to the fact that, yes, she had sex, or maybe when she went back, but that Diddy raped her. They weren't, it wasn't consensual. But he called her and they were having sex, apparently.
Consensual sex. He was trying to run away.
But it was a FaCetime, so I don't know.
So he saw it, I guess.
Whatever. It's
some weird shit. See, this is what I don't look. I don't know. I feel bad for her overall.
Definitely.
Yeah, never want anybody to go through
especially
that.
in that physical abuse, that power dynamic.
The thing that bothers me the most, though, is that she just got paid to, you know what I mean, like all this stuff. Now the feds come after him, and I think it's a revenge play. And the fact, and somebody brought this up, I think DJ Academics brought up that Young Miami, that was Diddy's new girl. he's putting her music out, doing the videos, treating her nice. I don't think, and she actually likes being peed on and shit like that. So it's like her thing.
It's
I don't
a
think none of
win-win.
that's forced. Yeah, so he's doing it, and I heard that when they were getting real close and all that shit. That's where all this Cassie shit came from. Like she just started coming out the woodwork. She could have done this years ago. She already broke away from that relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then she writes a book and all this shit. So that's why I think, me personally, I think it's a money grab. And then the whole Fed thing, like you can't get, unless Cassie corroborates or whatever, and all these other people do, like to come along, you don't have much of a case, right? Because even if he was buying prostitutes and shit, you think the prostitutes are gonna talk?
Yeah, and it's not really even a lot of it was, and obviously if they prove it or whatever, he was giving her money, whatever. But it wasn't like he was getting the prostitute. They were just kind of, and the text messages were very loosey goosey about like, hey, what are you up to? What do you want to do? You in the mood for, are you tired? What, like, I don't know.
Freak off.
It's just, it's a lot of shit a fucked up relationship could spew if you let it, and it just unfortunately happened between them. And I think for them both, they probably would have preferred to stay private unnecessarily. But I think when Cassie went to do the book and stuff, I mean, obviously things went in a different direction.
The floodgates opened.
Because you don't want to be out there airing your dirty laundry like that, testifying to like. Come on.
That's like a last ditch effort. That's like, damn, I have to do this type shit.
Yeah. Like, what's the motivation? Really money? Like, damn, what the hell? Unless it was a targeted thing and they approached Cassie,
It's like, let's get this motherfucker.
And said, hey, you're compromised if you don't, right? Oh, who knows? But there's a lot of factors at play. I think this is a pretty trumped up case. No pun intended.
Who's the assistant? What's the name of that assistant? They had a funny name.
Oh, Jaguar.
No, assistant.
No,
what?
It
it just testified today.
Yeah.
I was Googling it. I can't find it nowhere.
They covering it up. It's a conspiracy.
Capricorn
Clark, yeah.
Capricorn Clark.
What a name.
Yeah, that sounds like a porn name.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's a little done up. She got little tattoos. So either way, I thought that was a fun name. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Geffen, man, you really picked some shitty topics, bro. What is this? It's all TMZ shit. Don't you?
What? No, that's not TMZ.
This is typical Jordan. They just look for dumb.
Oh my god!
All of this fluffy content. Who's David Geffen?
Yeah,
Geffen's ex. He's gay.
Yeah, you didn't. Oh, you didn't know.
I had no clue David Geffen was gay.
$8 billion. $8 billion. He didn't sign a prenup. Married some 25-year-old dude.
All I heard was didn't sign the prenup. I thought we was talking about Travis Hunter.
No, he's basically like, yo, I want some of your money. And Dave Geffen's like 80 something. And he's like,
give it all to him.
He's like, yo, I
had no clue this dude was gay, bro.
Yeah. See, we break news here to the LeBron fans.
Whoa. Ooh, ramen. Huh? I like this ramen.
What the fuck? I
bought some of this stuff. It's good.
Okay.
I like
there he is.
I'm about to say ramen is gay now? Okay.
Look at this. Like, come on, bro. Like, you didn't sign no why are you getting married at 80 something? First of all, that doesn't even make any sense.
That look like Charles Xavier with one of his X-Men. The fuck is this? The fuck?
So the gay guy wants half?
Yeah, he said what's his is his. He says what's yours is mine. But he's.
I mean, they're married, and you didn't sign a prenup, so hey.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
Travis Hunter, man. This is what we're trying to tell you.
He ain't got no kids, man. That's not,
no.
So I mean, whatever. Give it to the dude.
Well, that picture right there made it look like that's one of his kids with a black woman.
I mean,
yeah, the nose
could be.
You got similar the eyes and the nose.
I mean, at 80, I'm not trying to count my man's days, but hey, man, just put him in your will. Be like, hey, look, just wait me out a couple years. It'll be all yours anyway.
Oh, one of those Donald Trump pardoned NBA YoungBoy.
What?
I had no clue NBA YoungBoy was in jail.
Yeah, he's in some shit. I don't know nothing about his music, but I know him as a personality.
This is getting stupid, man. We gotta be living in a cartoon right now. This is crazy.
NBA YoungBoy. Hey, yo, Trump is with the YNs, bruh.
I know that. This is wild about this shit. Man.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be wearing the shiesty at the next State of the Union.
He probably will just to get that black vote.
Hey, I'm not gonna vote for him or anything like that, but I would love to see it. If he threw a shiesty on, hey bro, he's president for life.
I mean, until he dies, and then somebody.
Yeah, he's just gonna run mock elections just to see who will vote against him. Yeah, he's gonna like election day is over. It's the official day of Trump renewal. It's gonna be Trump renewal day. Ain't no more elections.
We live in this weird world where none of this shit even matters. Like money doesn't matter no more. Nothing matters, yo.
It does when you go to the grocery store. That shit matter like a motherfucker. I left Safeway today. I had to double check. I said, count that shit again.
Oh yeah.
Grocery store did I get?
Easy. I mean,
I don't even look.
Easy on a low, I like dropped, 3 out of 250. Like what?
I dropped $7.50 at Costco.
Costco, yeah.
Costco, but see, you getting so much for what Costco, you would get as
I go every 2
weeks
regular. Though, and it's weird because it's
your wife and the dog.
No,
what you
like,
feeding the community over there, bitch?
No, I mean she needs these like weird. She buys all these skincare products. It'll be like $40-$50 a piece. A little tiny thing like this big.
I'm like, girl, like, skin don't shit? Care. Your like, ass about to be ashy fucking with me.
Eye toners, whatever. I'm like, $50 for that little thing?
Yeah, no.
In 46 years, black people not proud of their skin. We ain't building nothing, right? We ain't building nothing. 2 weeks. Yo, Costco, the only time I go to Costco outside of legit buying groceries in bulk is like I want a pizza.
Yeah.
Costco pizza is like really like my end of the week treat. I'd be like, yo, I didn't die this week, man. Let me get a Costco pizza.
That cheese, man, the level of cheese they put on there is crazy.
Oh yeah,
my mom went into a diabetic coma
used to be like that.
After eating some Costco pizza.
Shit, for real?
She did, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Not a coma, but she threw up too. Like she.
Oh, yeah, she had prayers up to moms, bro.
She passed away a couple years ago, but.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. No, my condolences always.
This is what 2015. I think we were watching the Pacquiao fight and ordered a couple of.
2015. That's 10 years ago. That's crazy to think that was. I was about to say 5 years. Nah, 10. Shit.
Yeah, we watched the Pacquiao Floyd fight, and we had some people over at my house. He was visiting, and she had diabetes, and she ate like she went in, ate like 3 pieces of pizza, and they were big slices too. I'm like, damn,
Costco pizza big as shit.
Yeah.
Tasty pizza.
Yeah, but like I'll never forget Costco pizza. I went in there with my roommate at the time, and he was like, "Man, I want a half and half." So we order a whole pizza, half pepperoni, half cheese. I swear 50, maybe 70 people got their fucking orders before we did. And then like one dude walked up to us because we saw him while he was coming in. He had bought groceries and everything. He was like, "You guys still waiting for pizza?" Well, damn. I was like, "Yeah, we got a half and half." He goes, he had 2 pizza boxes. He was like, "Next time, just order one whole pizza and one cheese and one pepperoni. You in and out." I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, because they got an assembly line. Yeah,
they prioritize whole pizzas as opposed to a half and half. So I was like, well, damn, because a whole pizza from Costco only like $10.
Yeah, you got some food for the next day.
Man, you sad.
Yeah. If they had, I wish they had mushroom.
I thought I was the only. I thought I was the only person that liked mushroom on that pizza.
I love mushroom.
Yeah, no,
because when I order it, people be looking at me like,
people be saying, people not really into it, but I fuck with mushroom.
I don't know. It's not a taste thing; it's a texture thing.
Texture, because mushrooms,
I like the
little vegginess to it.
Mushrooms like take on the flavor of what it's paired with. So it's like people like, ew, they taste like. I said they don't taste like nothing on their own.
Yeah, like that texture is good. Like.
Something about it.
Chewy. I don't know what it is, but I love mushrooms on my pizza.
We love mushrooms.
Pause. Yeah, shroom gang, bro.
Yeah,
and then you got to get your hit of shrooms like we was talking about last episode.
Oh man, Sean, you missed it. We was talking about colonoscopy.
Yo, it was wild. Man. I kind of forgot that's where we went with it yesterday.
That was my fault. We started talking about sneakers and something happened with just.
But it was relevant. Speaking of mom, shout out mom. She went to get her annual checkups today. So she did that at George Washington Hospital.
Prayers up. Hopefully everything's good.
Yeah, hopefully everything's good. But just one of those reminders, like, and it kind of also ties in with crazy C white guy. As people of color, I know we might like avert the hospital, but like we're in a privileged position to have health insurance, to have the means, whether it be through like private insurance or through your employer. Those little things, man, like that's one thing I want more Black people to do. Find yourself a PCP that you have a good relationship with, preferably of color. Schedule regular appointments and normalize going to the doctor when something even isn't wrong. Like we always wait to, oh, that feels weird or this is weird. Let me run a patient first real quick. Unless it's an extenuating circumstance, like find a day every 8 to 12 months, and man, just sit down. I
just did my annual. Yeah, I just did my annual. I've been doing it ever since.
Wait,
high school
did you get your colonoscopy and your prostate checked yet?
No, I'm gonna skip that after 45.
Yeah, I forgot to ask my dad when he got his first one. Cause
45.
If you're black,
that's what
Hugh getting them when you're 10.
Hugh got him at 40. Hugh got his at 45.
Yeah, because I thought I had prostate cancer. My prostate was flaring, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't want."
Prostate cancer is at its highest stage is the most likely cancer to wipe you out. High statistic. My grandfather passed from it.
It's easy,
especially
to get
in black
men.
men.
Yeah, it's easy to get rid of.
You gotta catch it. But my dad, he'll tell me, he's like, "Oh, fuck, it's that time." But my father, as stubborn as he is, especially with his health care, does not fuck around with, the prostate exams, and he gets it done. I'm gonna ask him like, "Yo, Pop, when the first time the doctor fiddled in that anus?"
It's like 45. Well, they say 45. Well, if you have a history earlier of it,
we don't have the prostate. Family. We have no we don't. God bless. We don't have like a ton of cancer or any cancer really in my family that I know of.
Hey, but that's the magic number. When I come back like Jordan, we're in that 4-5.
Oh, here's something for you,
Michael Jordan.
We're in the 4-5, wasting people's time. Here goes. Boom. Tory Lanez. He got up and walked away from that. I thought he was. I thought
see, that's Photoshop. Oh, nah, I'm playing.
Did you send it? No, did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
I can't really see the video.
I saw the video before you had sent it.
It's a little graphic. I don't want to get demonetized, even though we're not monetized yet at all. So, I mean, that's crazy. But I heard like now the stories got changed up that it was all like flesh wounds. It wasn't really like a.
It looked like he walked. Yeah, it looked like he walked away or ran away, but I don't know.
Shank was probably a little on the sheepish side, a little small when they ain't carve it enough.
Two collapsed lungs. They said, I don't.
That's what they said.
Where we at on this? Y'all free Tory? Y'all team free Tory?
I don't care, man. Like, Amy served enough time.
Well, you're a Canadian music lover, so I know you probably want the boyfriend.
Fuck with Tory Lanez. I started listening to more of him. He got some songs that I like.
Tory Lanez got some bangers.
Yeah, but I don't.
He got some bangers.
I mean, I don't even understand why.
I don't know. I think it's a celebrity story, like a little fugazi. I think it's the friend has something to do. I don't know.
You always got to believe the victim.
What was the friend's stance in the original trial? Like, were they even?
I think she changed her story a couple times. I think it was one story with the police and one at the trial. So I think initially she was like, I don't know. She definitely changed her story twice.
The plot.
It was more favorable to I think to
Meg.
What's her Meg? Yeah, at trial. So I don't know. Shit seems a little fugazi. I don't know. It's easy to put shit together.
It's getting poked up for it.
I know.
It's got to be. All the Tory fans are like, see, they're trying to silence the truth.
They're trying to get what is the truth now? Everybody making up shit. He probably got himself. He probably hired somebody to stab him so he get out early or some shit. You never.
Shit,
know.
I would have I would have paid him to stab me a little less. I'm like,
motherfuckers do shit like that, man. This guy want to get out of jail.
What he got? 10 years?
Shit, 10 years. Imagine if he didn't do it. Like for real. That sucks. Everybody talking about wrongfully incarcerated black man. He took the fall for some broads who set you up. They set him up. Jesus Christ.
Both of them?
Yeah.
They couldn't wait for that new drop. They was like, you know what? If he drop this summer, he gonna kill us. We got to stop him. But no, definitely. I was ridiculed by a couple people because I posted something and it was a repost on Instagram and it had Tory Lanez because I can't control the person's original post, so I had Tory Lanez music playing in the story that I reposted. And they were like, "Bro, how fucking dare you, bro? Don't you have sisters and a mother?" I said, "What are you talking about, brother?" and even if that's the case, Tory Lanez ain't shoot my mama foot. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I was like, look, it's the cancel culture thing. And I hate to sound like I'm right wing. I'm on Joe Rogan's show, but like some of that shit is so insane. Like,
yeah,
the Switch 2 is dropping. I made a passing remark because Target announced, hey, I don't know what's going on at your local GameStop or your Amazon pre-order, but we gonna have them on release day. I said, oh shit. Well, I know I'm going June 6th. And they were like, if you cross that motherfucking picket line. I'm like, picket line? I'm like, what the fuck? They was like, bro, you know Target still canceled. I said, look, I'm all for DEI and inclusion, making sure my people eat. But until y'all start whooping Amazon and Walmart's prices, I'm crossing that motherfucking line, right?
And I see a lot of us in those places, especially those who work in those places.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I was like, so if you had a partner or a friend or you yourself was employed at Walmart, I know a friend who just recently got promoted to management at Walmart. Shout out my bro. And he is making money. He working hard, but he's making money. I'm like, do y'all expect him to go, I won't stand for this and throw that blue apron on the ground? Fuck no. This man gotta eat. Now I know my pursuit is more frivolous, like a Switch. I don't need one. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm probably not even gonna go in June to make the effort. I'll probably cop it online when they do a restock on Soul Links on X or some shit. But like, it's the fact that sinners thought I had crossed the line with the vampires and shit. Like, how dare you consider even stepping foot inside of a Target? I said, well, what if I had to pee? I can't go in the Target to piss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me point out all the other things based on what these people are talking about that they purchase and all the ways in which, you know, we can say X, Y, and Z about. You know, people just pick and choose. It's just
because if we looked at every corrupt, racist, bigoted, right-leaning organization, you might as well start growing your shit.
Target may be way down the totem pole, right? More so than we would think.
Target's right wing?
I'm saying if we start digging into the...
Yeah, they canceled or pulled back a lot of the DEI initiatives. They just fired. We're really big in the DEI. I started boycotting Target way before it was cool to start boycotting Target because the shit was expensive and it was full of fucking millennials.
Target ain't that bad price-wise. I don't know.
I mean, unless you're getting specialty items or their in-house brands like Goodfellow underwear and shit. Like when people used to buy groceries from Target, I used to look at them like, the fuck? It's like a homie one time was stopping by for a little party we was having. And I was like, yo, run to the store before you get here and get X, Y, and Z. So he grabbed it, the receipt in the bag. And I said, bro, you went to 7-Eleven to get this shit? He was like, man, it was on the way. I said,
taxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like if I ask somebody, pick up some milk. I mean, milk's not bad, but like if I say like pick up some serious groceries, like go grocery shopping, and you was like, ooh, Target's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, motherfucker, so is Giant, bro. Like the fuck? It ain't breaking the bank, but it's the more expensive alternative.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something about though the Target like shopping there, and I think everybody we talked about this when Lauren was on the pod. Like it's just
Rest
a little
in
bit
peace.
more. I wonder what she's up to nowadays.
Hey, Lauren, please continue to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a Target. Just seems like a cleaner version of Walmart. Like you're not so
facts. I used to say that,
and the types of people that shop there are just a little bit more. You know,
it's like bitch nip. You know how like they got catnip? It's like Target. You go into a parking lot, you see a Target or Marshalls, Home Goods. You like, oh, these the bitch nip stores. Mom about to be here all day. Like they about to be here all weekend.
It's like it's like just under Sephora, right? Like Sephora's a little nicer.
I'm dumb. The women that may or may not be watching this, I thought Ulta was like a brand, which it is, but I didn't know it was like, oh, we sell other makeups and shit in there. I was like, oh, so this is like a makeup grocery store.
A makeup grocery
cool. Because I'm like,
yeah, that makeup is so expensive. I mean, Hugh knows.
I don't wear makeup. My wife does.
No, I'm saying, yeah, that's what
he said. I don't
buy it.
I said, look, man.
No, yeah.
Hey, man, we did not roll back our D out here at the 12 Hub. If you want to wear makeup, you can do that. But
I got my nails painted once.
Oh, well,
before it was cool.
I'm about to say, what was it like that punk grunge era?
It was a clear coat. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with dudes do that.
Oh yeah, people,
yeah, dudes. I thought you were saying, you got the Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna paint my nails black.
You got the little yachty.
That don't make sense, bro. What are we doing?
That's a trend that, love, and do whatever free hippie movement. Or I ain't doing that shit.
I mean, I'm all about gender fluidity. Is that what it's called? Like, where you can just do whatever you want,
George.
if you gay or not. But I just don't. Not even saying it's masculine. It's just not my thing. Like, I don't.
It wouldn't. I got big, burly, rough ass now. It just wouldn't look right for me.
Yeah, and like then you have to really take care of your shit. Especially my toenails are rough right now. Like, they're long and shit. Cutting through my socks.
Okay, all right.
I have to do something with them.
Yeah, clip them.
I'm gonna clip them tonight.
Man, let's go.
But yeah, I just can't get to because I wear freaking slides all the time.
Live on camera for our Patreon subscribers.
Shit, you don't understand. You know how people will get on that? I bet you I'll have. I just started only clipping nails. Yeah, you don't understand. There's some women out there that'll pay top dollar for a man.
It's not and I bet they would, but to watch somebody clip their toenail, especially if they not like clean and kept, like if it's a little toe fungus on there.
You watch them pimple popping videos and stuff. Like I get fascinated by those.
My ex used to love that
blackheads.
Oh, that show was
Pimple
crazy.
Popper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She wrote a book, and I was like, "What is the book?
How
like,
do you
going
get
in
it?
the desk? Like, what's the book about?"
I had a massive infection on the back of my head. It got really big, like this, a big thing on the back of my neck.
Shit, me too.
Went
Last
to the
year,
hospital. Yeah, well, yeah.
I had to get that shit lanced. It was gross.
Yeah, I had an ingrown hair that I tried to take
That's
out
what.
with a dirty.
Yo, mine was from ingrown hair too, bro.
Yeah, it was like a dirty.
I went to a new barber.
But he needed to clean his equipment then.
That's why I stopped going to his ass.
Yeah. So I had this shit in the back of my head. It swelled up. It hurt. They drained it. It was nasty. It was like a lot of pus and everything. And I still, to this day, I still get ingrown hairs there. And I have a little scarf, but it's that shit's interesting. I look at it, I'm like, ew, it's kind of gross. I'm like, yeah, but it also is one of those things what they say it's like soothing or whatever, like watching, like.
No, yeah, people have things where you can do a fake popping, yeah.
Oh, they have that the toy.
Yeah, the toy where you like it gives you the same sensation. Yeah,
that's so gross. Oh, no. And what they have also. Oh yeah, when they do the people with the nasty toenails and stuff, and they clean them up.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a couple of videos. Watching it get clean, I can see the therapy in that, especially if you envision that's your feet or hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of that pimple popper shit. Like, I'm not squeamish or nothing, so I can watch that. And like when you be watching those surgeries with fat people and they get the fat and shit cut off and skin removal.
I need that.
Or skin removal surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, hit up Dr. Now Zarden, my 600-pound life.
Shit, I'll go and call him up and y'all get in your show. You're going to get to gain 300, 400 pounds or whatever.
You have to stick to the exercise plan and lose the weight, and then we will approve you for skin surgery.
Wow, yeah.
Hey, bro, if you do it, man, like I said, make sure we open that Patreon so people can watch it.
Selling my content.
Right?
Hey,
wild.
brother.
I ain't splitting none of that revenue with y'all. That's crazy.
That's cool. I mean, hey, I should get some type of kickback for pitching the idea. You know what I'm saying? A little something. But nah, bro, you ain't even that big.
Nah, I'm fat as fuck. I saw some pictures from my barbecue this past weekend. I was like, damn.
Man, that's barbecue weight, man. You'll shit that out. Yeah, you'll shit that out in no time.
Filling out my
bro.
double XL. My Fanatics double XL Carmelo Anthony jersey.
Okay, but basketball jerseys are a little different though.
Nah, this one wasn't fitted. It was
if
baggy.
you wear a double
XL
football jersey or a hockey jersey, we gotta talk. We definitely gotta talk. Bro.
Yeah, especially hockey jersey.
Yo, if you in anything,
double XL is a little tight. It's tight.
No,
on the
a real hockey
and a real hockey
sweater,
jersey.
Even a hockey sweater. That's what they call it. Supposed to call it.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be able to feel like 3 hoodies, pads under that bitch, a human body, like Alexander Ovechkin size
they
human.
They got the belts inside. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
It's a lot of gear.
Yeah, we'll get there, bro.
Let's go to Trump world.
Trump world.
Oh, I thought. Wait. Putin. They tried to assassinate Putin a couple times.
I wouldn't even attempt, bro. His assassination squad, his version of the Secret Service. I have seen them train, and the way that dude got shots off so quick, I thought I was watching John Wick 5.
Yo, I honestly,
I
honestly think there's a conspiracy to take him out inside the Russian government too, because they came close 2 times.
I'm sure there's something. I mean, I'm sure there's something.
Shit. So they know where he's at, and they got a leak. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be real.
And Trump
paranoid.
right now is He's kind of like
Trump going off on him.
Trump is full of shit.
He hasn't done any sanctions on him yet. So
see, that's the thing.
He's kind of holding.
He's kind of holding. No, because that's what Putin told him to do. Talk tough. Pretend that you don't. You're
that we hate each other.
The enemy. He's a puppet.
Was that strings?
Released from federal prison. Damn, they had a 12-year sentence. That's crazy.
They were in jail for 12 years?
No, he had a 12-year sentence. Grizzly, was serving 12-year prison sentence. Headed home.
Shit.
Headed home.
He was doing hard time for that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
36
shocked.
million. 30 million defrauded banks of more than $30 million. That's where he got his money from.
Damn, so I guess if Brett Favre get in trouble, then he can just call Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think nothing happened from that Brett Favre shit though.
No, you see the thing, the documentary on Netflix? Yeah, they didn't even talk about it.
Damn,
I mean, they touched on it a little bit, but not even like.
That's crazy. It's a doc on Netflix. I'm gonna have to catch. I need to watch that, and I need to watch the one about Gilbert Arenas.
They talked about more of that
shooting guards,
sex scandal. Oh yeah, I want to see that too. They talked more about that when he sent that girl the picture, texted her the picture of his dick. And when she was working at the.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. You didn't hear? Well, this is way back, but he was when he went to the Jets. A young reporter. He said he was like.
I remember vaguely. Her. Yeah, I vaguely remember that shit. Brett Favre sent a picture of his dick and said, "Go long."
Yeah. Well, he got caught up. It talks more about that. They touched on a little bit at the end, but they didn't really go into
crazy.
They didn't really go into the scandal too much as far as the financial stuff. I mean, I don't think anything came of it.
Nothing came of that shit. I remember, and I can't remember who said it. It was like a Ryan Clark type personality who was all like, "So we just not about to talk about this ever." And then like, I think they had an issue or an apology or a retraction for something. They was like, "Yo, don't." Yeah, so Brett Favre got away with moiter.
He did, man, all that money too.
Yo, all that money. Because even, what's your boy? Joel Osteen got in trouble for that. Well, he didn't get in trouble because he gave that shit back. But they even made him get that shit back.
Tune into his church every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, what happened with he got caught up in something?
COVID relief money.
Yeah,
he was playing funny with the money. And then like he almost would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids during a massive power outage or some shit that happened. And they was like, "Bro, can we use your church for refuge? Like it's a church." And he was like, he wasn't saying no, but he also was like, "Yeah, wipe y'all feet before y'all come to my shit. Nah, y'all really can't actually. I don't trust y'all." And then when that happened, the spotlight was on him, and then they was like, "Hey, you accepting all this COVID relief money, but you richer than a motherfucker." So XYZ happened. He was just like, "Yeah, let me just make it easy, go with God, and give it back." So he just gave the shit back. So that's why I had no major trouble.
Man, I wish I took out some PPP loans and stuff. I didn't though.
There's a lot of regrets you seem to have during that era. I mean, about selling stuff early and no PPP loans, buying ISPA sneakers. You live and you learn, brother. You're still here today. You can make the right choices. Next thing we're gonna do is make sure we cancel appointments. No more ingrown hairs, and then we're gonna get down to a XL jersey.
Here we go. Angel Reese, fastest to 500 rebounds and 500 points.
They padding her stats too.
I think she padding her own stats.
I was waiting for it. Nah, Randallstown, Maryland's own Angel Reese.
Didn't they? I heard. I think this is a rumor, or a joke that they're putting an investigation up, saying that she purposely misses shots and stuff.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if that was a joke or not, but I've definitely heard.
She misses a lot of shots. I mean, she
misses a lot of everything.
Bricklayer. She's a bricklayer. She's a ball player.
She got a great career. Like I think she'll play in the WNBA for 5 years and just become a influencer.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good run.
I mean, look, she ain't making money there. She always talking about how she her salary.
Yeah, she gets 70,000.
This girl went on
75,000 a year.
They don't pay us nothing. She's like,
damn, that's it.
Yeah, it's like 76,000. Yeah.
God damn, I know some people that's entry level at my job making that money shit.
Yeah. The highest salary, I think, on a yearly basis is like a little under $500,000 for one of these WNBA.
Who makes it? Yeah, we should look it up. Look up who's the highest paid in the WNBA per
without contract.
I don't think it's a
without sponsorships.
I think it is.
That's what I mean.
I think the highest pay.
I don't think it's that
high.
high.
My mouse. let me just use this junk.
I don't think it's that high.
How much CC making? How much Caitlyn making?
Caitlyn ain't making nothing.
Well, her basketball contract, her Nike contract is insane.
She sold she got a $5 million deal with Nike.
That's it?
I think so, yeah. It was like 10.
I heard that was crazy. Because it was so high that when they was listing all the companies that was going to bid for her, Puma saw how much Nike was offering. They said, fuck no. They ain't even put an offer in. They said, hell no.
There you go.
Because Nike
backed up. Yeah, 252,000 a year.
Yeah. Okay.
Las Vegas
That's what I'm saying.
guard Jackie Young is the highest paid player in the WNBA.
I was going to say $500,000. Yeah, I wouldn't
Kelsey
say
Mitchell.
I thought you were about to say Kelsey Plum. Damn, how much
Asia Wilson makes $200 a year.
Damn, that is it. They might as well start working for Microsoft or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, this shit crazy.
You ain't got to put your bodies through so much.
She got a $20 million 6-year.
Well, yeah, the endorsements you got to get.
Yeah, the endorsements is what's really. Timberwolves about to get whooped up on.
Caitlin Clark will be probably the first player to get $1 million a year.
You know they about to say. You know they're gonna say because she's a white woman.
But no, she like the Steph Curry of the game. She gonna get $1 million.
Hell yeah. Oh, y'all, in 9 minutes, we got Wolves and Thunder. Who y'all got? Thunder going home? Thunder going
I think
tonight?
Thunder going home. I think Thunder going home.
Thunder going home?
No, that's what I'm going to say. Thunder going Timberwolves.
Timberwolves going home.
Yeah, they going home.
Yeah, they saying the win probability of Thunder is 77%.
I mean, it's a pretty good prop. I might put a little bet on it and catch up on my wagers.
Oh, you're one of those betters?
Oh,
you're a better guy?
If you only knew.
It better what the hard R?
Yes, a hard R indeed.
I was saying that I was going to open a right wing hangout spot in the city, and I was going to call it the Hard R Bar. What y'all think?
Hard R Bar.
That'd be fire.
I couldn't
see that video. The hard R. Lanez Tech Tips when he was talking about the hard R. He thought it stood for
that was like this year, wasn't it? That was recently.
It was like a few years ago.
You sure? Or maybe they was bringing it. I think they was bringing it up because he got into some controversy earlier this year about some shit. I can't remember, but I remember them talking about that was almost as bad as when he thought the hard R meant something else.
Yeah, but that's an honest mistake. And he was like, "Oh my god!" I saw the fucking clip.
If anything, that gives him more credit because he know what it means. Like that's how you know he ain't saying it.
Mentally challenged person. Which is interesting because when was it? I remember when it started to be bad to say the other hard R word. But
when did it become like this big cancel?
I used to say that in junior high, elementary school.
Yo, they used to be normal.
It's that F word too, yo. Like that didn't mean gay back in the day. I don't understand why it's offensive. Why do they get to say?
That's their word.
That's not like white people.
That's their. Why do they get to?
Why can't I say it? Why do they get to say?
But it's like around the time people were being upset that gay was being used as a derogatory word for something just unfavorable. Oh, that's gay. That's when the R word started to be like, you can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I will never forget a homie said that once at work. And we kind of was like, okay, we're at work. That's why you shouldn't say it. But like this one girl, she was super, super politically correct and woke. She was like,
"Oh God,
no, it's actually a very disparaging term. It's not considered appropriate anymore." And he was like,
I took those words out of my vocabulary. I can't even even in the comfort of my friends and family, I feel weird saying it now because I feel like somebody's gonna judge me.
I got a lot of older family. If I say R word, they be like, "Boy, you mean retarded?" And I'm like, "Damn, Papa!" Like,
I gotta bleep that out. Look at that. Now you got me bleeping out words and shit. Yeah. You just demonetized this whole. We got to get a YouTube strike because of you.
Cancel. Y'all gonna have to bring back
nigga until our teeth turn white, but we can't say what you just said.
Saying nigga until something turns white is insane. Yeah. That phrasing is insane.
Who said that? Paul Mooney.
I thought on YouTube you couldn't use profanity in like the first 2 minutes. I thought that was the policy.
Is that what it is?
Somebody was saying like and they're a content creator, so they're monetized and all that. It was like, yeah.
Say it, Trough.
Somebody in his chat left a comment that had profanity in it. And he said, man, y'all know we can't say cuss words until the first like 5 minutes. I was like, whoa. And I've heard multiple creators be like, oh, too early in the video to say that's it.
No wonder we can't get monetized.
And I think upon manual review, if you say it later, somebody will have to report it. But I think YouTube has AI that if you say any curse words in the first couple minutes.
What happened to free speech? I want to make money from my free speech. We should be able to be as racist as we want. These advertisers have to deal with it.
YouTube, when the first adpocalypse hit, that's when YouTube stopped caring about free speech. They was like, oh, they not going to advertise on our platform. And we need these.
Crazy. I think they're getting loosey goosey with that too now because like these streamers, man.
Well, they got a new CEO too. That's why.
Well, like you think about like Twitch and all that stuff, man. These streamers are fucking.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful on Twitch because Twitch mods can be the most sensitive people. Certain people too big on Twitch for the moderators to even touch them. But like a smaller creator, like if we jumped on Twitch and we said something that will offend one of those purple-haired left-leaning moderators who identify as a goldfish, we muted for like 45 days and shit.
What are your pronouns?
Yeah, bro, their pronouns.
What are your pronouns? I love the people.
Yo, when I applied for a part-time job not too long ago, this was during the super progressive era, like COVID-ish. And when I was progressing along, I ended up not taking a job, but at that point, it was looking like I was going to take it. And they were like, cool, this is awesome. We'll get your name tag and stuff. What are your pronouns? I was like, huh?
Like, what you mean? Like, out for that one's a client. I was on a phone call with this influencer we were trying to hire. And she announced herself first. She said, oh, I'm such and such. My pronouns are blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, dog, I don't even know. Like, I might say your pronoun, the wrong pronoun at the wrong time. So I kept referring to her as, I forgot what it was. But I didn't say the person's name or anything. I just referenced them as some kind of like whatever the whole call, just so I could
be like the client.
Yeah.
Say something safe like that.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? You just screamed that. Oh, no, actually, I think she corrected me because I said, how's it going, guys? It's like, I'm not a guy. My pronouns are this. I was like, damn.
That happened to me once working retail, and I was fresh out of high school. I was like fresh out of high school, young as shit. And I was doing internship communications, mass communications at Union Station. I was talking to a lot of people on a regular basis, travel organizations, baseball teams traveling, artists traveling on tour. There was a tour group for March for Life. I'm thinking like, okay, March for Life is kind of right-leaning. You know what I'm saying? Apparently this group was protesting March for Life. So they were, huddled up in Union Station. There's a lot of activity going on. I was like, all right, guys, gather around. Shorty came quick. Not guys. I said, oh. Well, shit.
What year was this?
14, 15, something like that.
Yeah, I think pronouns started popping up around that.
She was quick with it. She was like, oh, no, not guys. I was like, oh, okay,
I'm
bitch.
not a
like,
guy.
And it was like mixed gender, kids, adults, men, women.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just like,
it's a collective. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, come on. Okay, them days. Gather around. I'll never see you again after this 2-minute exchange. I'm just trying to tell you how to get to the National Mall, lady.
Exactly.
And how can I build your travel agency? The fuck are you talking about?
All right, I'm gonna skip. Let's just get into the thing. We've been this week sucked. This week sucked. There was nothing to not sucked. We did a good job here, but there was nothing to talk about. There's nothing going on this week, which is ironic because I thought this week would have been a good week.
The world being on fire, there's only so much you can talk about on a regular basis.
These are facts. Let me share this tab because I want to talk about. So I want to say it even went viral because TikTok. I hate TikTok. I talked to my people about what's happening here with this TikTok shit. So how do you get 1,300 views and over 100 comments on a video? That's crazy. I've seen things with 1 million views and less than 100 comments. But they're these Jordan sicko fans. So I'm gonna bring this up on the screen.
LeBron beat the best team ever.
Can you all hear that?
Clearly.
Yeah.
We good. Shout out to everyone, we read your comments. We appreciate that. We will respond if we have the time.
We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing where we talk about maybe like because this is our first post that actually got good engagement like this, and I knew it would because there's a lot of crazy people here.
Well, you're one of them.
I'm the crazy. Car, I'm just gonna block your head out because you did not say a word during this conversation.
Hey, that's cool.
Right.
Who's Jenna Marble?
That's my wife.
I'm about to say because it sounds like somebody that's got to know y'all. It's like, now imagine this.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, let me play the clip so people know what it is. And when we repost this, I'm gonna tag all the people we talk about because there's a couple of people in here that really pissed me off. Anyway,
I can't wait.
By himself, pretty much the best. Wait,
exactly.
Oh shit,
you can't.
12 podcast.
Are you playing it or just going through the comments?
12 podcast. Wait, I was on the.
He said he was gonna play it first.
Oh,
I just messed up the whole thing. Go back.
Yeah, I'm about to say I heard like 15 different.
Go back, yo. I shouldn't have made this all like big and shit. Pause.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, when you say pause, it doesn't count.
Pause, me.
Here we go. LeBron beat the best team ever by himself. Wait, what the fuck?
You can't.
Wait, hold on. Let's go. Sorry. LeBron beat the best team ever by himself, pretty much. The best team ever. I think he's the only player.
Hold on. Best team ever from what? What are you talking about? You talking about the Bulls?
No. The best, the Golden State.
You talking about Golden State?
That didn't win the championship. Oh yeah. That the
LeBron beat.
Oh yeah, best
LeBron
regular
and
season
Kyrie
team.
and
Best regular season team. You was gonna say.
Okay.
Or was you talking? What you talking about? The Bulls
they won the championship, probably the greatest team ever, right?
Hold on, probably. What are you talking about?
They didn't beat anybody good. That's the problem.
What?
When you're
Just not watch.
it's different
Did you
when
just
you're
not
the
watch
best team.
basketball?
When you're the best team and you beat mediocre teams. That's like
So
that.
who did LeBron? Okay, so who did LeBron beat in the
Golden State?
Who did
OKC?
LeBron beat? Who did LeBron
They
beat in the Eastern
beat
Conference to get
Spurs.
to that?
See, wait.
To get,
I just noticed that what you just said.
Yeah.
Sean. Who did the LeBron beat in the Eastern? Who gives a fuck who he beat? He beat somebody.
You said
to go to the NBA Finals.
Oh, okay, but that's what you always say. You make the point about HIV magic.
HIV Magic should be a guest character on the show.
Why does that?
Because that's in the finals, and it was a deterrent that helped. And I just found out he didn't even have HIV, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
doesn't that go against your point though?
Yeah, exactly.
That made Magic a tougher person.
Wait.
Yes.
How do you know? He wasn't weak. He was still strong.
Okay, let's go on to this point
before we get. You can have the AIDS and the HIV and still play.
Not back then. Not back then.
But then,
please.
You can't. Okay, see now it's getting confusing because HIV Magic is being used as a reason why Jordan didn't play anybody because he had HIV.
Yeah.
Then you were saying he didn't have HIV, which makes Magic still relatively his prime. Then you said, but you can still be good with HIV. So what's the point?
There was niggas injured and shit during that series. Okay. 2 people got injured.
Okay, all right.
Okay, what about Draymond? What about Draymond going out? If you think Draymond going out in Game 6, that doesn't matter.
Oh, that.
So if he got suspended, that was on his own accord. It's not because he had AIDS or pulled the hammy.
So Magic fucking 12 cheerleaders in a locker room is not on his own accord getting HIV.
Wait, did he? Did he not play on his own accord? Did I not just concede that he was healthy and could play?
Your point was he was HIV Magic.
Did I ever say that? Did I say he was like on life support?
No, yes.
But you was using it as a deterrent. Like you were saying he's not playing to his. You were saying he's not playing to his potential because he got HIV.
Did I say that?
You were alluding to it. That's why you kept calling him HIV Magic.
HIV Magic.
HIV Magic.
You say that it was a deterrent.
Yes, you were saying. So some point was
he could have
beat the Lakers, and you were like, because Magic had IV and shit, and it was just like
he could have been better. I never said that. Go back to the clips. There's a whole bunch.
Let's go back to this clip. Let's go back to this clip so we can read these comments. Right. Shout out Magic
to that.
No, but wait, my point was that this guy's like, who'd he beat in the East? Like he beat the whole East. It don't matter who he beat. Like you're just sitting there like Jordan.
What do you mean it doesn't matter who he beat?
There was no competition back then in the East. You keep saying like the Knicks and these other people. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. How is it
against that Bulls
no competition
team?
in the East back then? And you saying that when LeBron? Hold on. Hold on. So
Toronto Raptors were a problem
in his finals runs in the East. You're telling me
I have come prepared for this. I bought
problem. Rondo and all them.
I
Garnett,
bought popcorn
they
for
still,
this.
He bought them. He beat them. He beat Rondo, Garnett, and them, and Pierce.
Well, no.
Them in the,
Look,
in
Boston,
the Eastern Conference
Boston,
Finals.
yeah,
Took them game 7.
There was definitely some teams in there, but
arguably he beat 3 Hall of Famers.
Hold on, your thing is breaking up.
I said he arguably beat 3 Hall of Famers in that Boston shit to go to the finals.
Hold on,
Jordan.
Yeah, I get you.
He has that bootleg ass. Plug your headphones in. That's what you need to do. Again.
I just had to break out the popcorn.
Now I hear you fine.
For the entertainment.
Oh, yeah. We had to switch over, connect it to your Bluetooth. Wire up, nigga. Wire up.
No, listen.
Anyway.
listen. So who LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Final? Let's see. Eastern Conference Finals matchups, opponents. Okay.
Boston Celtics he beat.
So okay.
Shout out.
So the Magic, Magic
Golden
beat
State.
So Magic beat the Cavaliers in 4-2 and 2.
All right, I'm looking this up myself. Here, no, I put on the screen, bro.
Let's do it. Numbers.
Oh God.
Wasn't it the same year Golden
Pacers.
State beat OKC from that 3-1? And then they went on to play LeBron and they lost. The same crazy statistic that they beat OKC with. Yeah, that was the same year. 15, 16, something like that.
What you looking up? Championships or are you looking
No,
up
this is Eastern Conference Finals. All right, so these are all the years LeBron was in it. They beat Boston, Indiana Pacers twice. Damn, that's
hold on,
crazy.
Indiana Pacers. Who's on that Indiana Pacers team?
Paul George. What's his name?
Hold on. You started
Millsap
with Paul
was a
George
beast,
so you started with Paul George and that's how you came with confidence.
Who did Jordan beat in the East when he was on that run?
Hold on, making sure. Playoff P, is that Paul George?
I'm looking at Paul George, George Hill, Roy Hibbert.
Is Playoff P Roy Hibbert? I love this.
Evan Turner, like these guys. David West was on that team. These guys were good.
Who's a Hall of Famer? Who's a Hall of Famer on that team?
Paul George would definitely.
Paul George, bro. You gotta give it PG, bro.
It is. That's right. Paul George.
I don't know none of
because Paul George just said in his podcast, he was like, he'd probably have a championship if it wasn't for LeBron.
Yeah, probably.
He that dude, bro. He was that dude.
Bynum was on that team. He's a big motherfucker. He's a 7-footer.
Damn, I forgot about Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, he's a 7-footer.
I'm not putting that team. I have the Knicks all day beating me.
No. We could go to the Eastern. I'm going to show you Jordan's competition in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Just for context.
But no,
right?
let's start with this right here. So
let's just go to Jordan first. Let's just do Jordan first. They beat the Pistons. This is the Pistons that had the old wash Joe Dumars.
No, 27. They were 20. They were in their late 20s. They were late 20s. Yeah. 4-0. Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, he's good. John Sally, great role player. Isaiah Thomas.
Hold on. Let's count the Hall of Famers, guys. Guys, let's count the Hall of Famers.
Mark Aguirre. Mark Aguirre was nice. I remember him.
Let's go.
I liked him, man.
Hall of Famers. All
right, let's look at records.
Bill Laimbeer, Hall of Famer.
They won 50.
Bill
Laimbeer,
Hall of Famer.
He said Bill Laimbeer. Did you hear this?
Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Bill Laimbeer. Is he in the Hall of
Fame?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I gotta look this up. I'm going over here. This motherfucker don't deserve to be in no damn Hall of Fame. What the fuck did he do?
Played against the GOAT.
Oh no, he's not. He's not. He's not Hall of Fame. He's a first-time nominee.
Two-time
in 2024.
Well, his name came up recently.
2024. Yeah, he just became eligible.
The WNBA champion. He coaches WNBA.
He's the first.
I didn't even know that. I mean, he had a good stat line. 12, 9, and 12
and 10. Yeah,
he's a solid player.
12 and 10, basically. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know that.
I thought
he was a little roughneck.
So you got playoff P, and then everybody else is everybody.
But this team is structured just like Indiana is structured the same way.
What? We got
George Hill, Joe Dumars is.
Go back to the Eastern Conference thing.
Bill Laimbeer is. I mean, what's his name? Was better than him. Roy Hibbert was way better than Bill Laimbeer.
Let's go back to the.
You don't think Roy Hibbert was better than Bill Laimbeer? I'm putting it back up.
No.
You see that? Okay, so Roy Hibbert was their center. He was good. Lance Stevens was a problem.
He just signed up for the big three. Shout out Lance Stevens.
David West was a problem back then. Look, a lot of these dudes ain't in the Hall of Fame for sure, but we don't know.
No.
We don't know.
No,
George Hill
we
could
do
probably
know.
be in the Hall of Fame. He's good.
No, stop it, Hugh.
You never
Stop
know.
it.
You
Stop
never
it.
know, bro.
Cut it out.
You
cut
never
it out.
know. Evan Turner,
Not,
he was good.
Can you just please cut it out? Let's
Evan
go
Turner
back to.
was good.
Let's get to the next rung. Let's get to the next rung.
But you want to see something though? Like, let me show you something.
We're not putting this Indiana team up as some all-time great team. Stop.
I'm not saying they're an all-time great team.
Okay, so then they are eliminated from what we're talking about. So let's go to the next series.
Okay, but you
Great
know
team. We're talking about great teams. We're talking about greatness.
But let me tell you, Isaiah was coming back from an injury, right?
And he's still Isaiah.
Unsigned draft, suspended, injury. Where's the little plus sign? Nobody got. They all playing now. Oh yeah, they did because they played him. But the Bulls were clearly the better team because again, these guys were
because
washed.
they had Michael Jordan.
They were washed because
Michael Jordan hit his stride.
Okay.
Everybody got washed. Everybody.
Okay.
Was
Wait. So all the times they beat Jordan.
LeBron,
So all the times they beat Jordan. What about
Jordan
them?
was a young pup, learning and getting his early in getting his team together.
LeBron was running through the East and had the best record in the East and the West. They had the best record in the league in 07 or 08. 07, yeah, 07 or 09. I don't know. One of those years they won 60-some-odd games, 66 games or some shit.
Go back
running through everybody with a bunch of nobodies on the fucking team. Oh, here we go. And Cleveland Cavaliers. This is 92. This is their second one.
Where's the thing at? I don't see it on my screen.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not flipping between the joints. Okay, I got to use this here. Okay, so we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, this is where he was matched up with Mark Price and all of them. All right, let's see what we got here. We got is Mark Price in the Hall? Larry Nance. Okay, Mark Price,
Nance,
Rod Williams, Craig Elo, Brad Doherty. Where's the Hall of Famers? I don't even see Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was on the Cavs back then. I didn't even know that.
Look at that. Look at that. He's a Hall of Famer.
He was on the cat.
Future Chicago Bull.
Wait, he's in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet.
He might be.
He'll be there for a coach. I don't think he's there as a player. Why do you keep saying these things? Just make up shit. 5-time NBA championship.
Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, he didn't. He ain't in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Let me see.
He'll go in as a coach, though.
I'm joking about Craig Elo.
Oh, he's Lebanese? I had no clue Steve Kerr was Lebanese, yo. He's born in Beirut. Oh wait, maybe he's probably a military baby. That's why. All right, sorry, I just looked that up. Steve Kerr, Henry James. Look at this bunch of Danny Ferry. Get the fuck out of here. Craig fucking Elo. That was Jordan's man. All right, they all were healthy. They were all playing. Jordan Jordan beat them. Oh, then the New York Knicks. John Starks dunked over the fucking Bulls. Let's look at their numbers. 92, 93. Let's see who they beat. Greg Anthony, Patrick Ewing, GOAT, Anthony Mason, love me some
Charles
Anthony
Oakley,
Mason.
Doc
Charles
Rivers.
Oakley.
I mean, come on.
Doc Rivers is not in the Hall of Fame. John Starks. Herb Williams. Herb Williams, people. And John Starks is not in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, he ran through Hall of Famers in the fucking East. Like Patrick Ewing. Yeah. I mean, great, lovely, great American. But just him. And when you have Pippen, Goggles Man. Why can't I ever remember Goggles Man's name? What's his name? The boy
Horace Grant.
Horace Grant. Yeah, I can never remember his name. Here we go. Oh, they met up with this is the Knicks met with Indiana. So Jordan decided, I'm tired. I'm going to take a couple years off. And they lost.
Hold on.
This is the year he came back, but they still lost.
Look at that.
Orlando.
So look at Knicks.
Orlando.
Look at Knicks. All of a sudden, Knicks, right? All of a sudden, the Knicks.
We're in the 2000s? What, 93?
The Knicks are back in the Eastern Conference.
Where?
The next year, after 94.
94?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they won that,
Indiana.
didn't they?
Yeah. Two teams, Jordan.
Okay, wait, so dismantled? 4-2 is dismantling? No, getting swept is dismantling.
And glad you acknowledged that.
Yeah.
So
LeBron been swept before. Hell yeah. He ain't had no help though. He didn't have Scottie Pippen.
All right. Orlando
he
Magic.
None of them niggas. All right, or Dennis Rodman or none of them.
Orlando people. Magic. They got Hall
Orlando.
of Famers on the team.
Okay, let me close some of this.
Penny Hardaway and Shaq. Come on. Shaq, one of the most dominating centers in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, you know what they did after they beat them? After Orlando beat them the year before, they got Dennis Rodman.
And they swept Orlando.
They swept Orlando. 96.
Swept them with Shaq.
Let me see if Penny was injured. Is this the year Penny got injured?
No. Look, you have Shaquille O'Neal. Come on now.
Okay,
and that's Shaquille O'Neal. Like that's Shaquille O'Neal 4 years in.
Oh, I remember Dennis Scott. Did he miss free throws or something? Like he was shooting at the free throw line. Or was that in the finals? I don't remember.
That was the year before when they actually won. Yeah,
they had Hojo.
He missed like 4 straight free throws.
Horace Grant. Yeah. They beat Horace Grant went over there, and then they replaced him with Rodman. Dennis Scott. It was a good squad.
The Heat. That was a good squad
Penny
too.
Hardaway.
4-1.
Okay, Penny in the Hall of Fame.
He might not have long enough career, but he would have.
Is Horace Grant in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
Is Anthony Bowie? Wait, was that the guy who got picked ahead of Jordan?
Bowie? Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie. Yeah. Oh, I said Brad Doherty. My bad. I know somebody's one of these Jordan people.
Penny was nominated, so he'll probably get in.
He's nominated. See how low the bar gets lowered. Oh,
no, Penny didn't.
Okay, we can't. Hey, we ain't about to shit on. We ain't about to shit on Penny though. Bro.
Penny didn't play that long. This is the not watch basketball. This is the no.
You said he beat a bunch of Hall of Famers.
Yo, Penny was a generational talent. Are you kidding me?
Doug, you're talking. If you're saying the caliber of talent Jordan had to run through, you could say Orlando's a good team. But it did not produce Hall of Fame talent besides Shaq.
Okay, Shaq was one of the top 10 player of all time. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Well,
how many Hall of Famers? Everybody says, how many Hall of Famers did LeBron beat on his way to X, Y, and Z? Right? He beat a ton of them in the East.
We're just talking about Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, I said Eastern Conference Finals.
You cannot say that Jordan did not have an easy time.
No. See, you don't even understand. You know what? As a LeBron fan, you don't understand what I did to you. I said Eastern Conference Finals for one reason alone.
What did you do to me? Nothing.
To give you the highest bar LeBron could have on what he played competition. We could go first, second, third round. We could see some. Let's see the talent level in the East versus the talent level in the East on those earlier rounds.
I'm looking at the second round. Beat Miami. We don't have to look at Indiana again. Indiana pretty much had the same squad, I think. Miami, whatever.
They had Rick Smits was probably on the team too.
Smits, he's good.
Yeah.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Reggie, Mark Jackson. What are you
Mark
talking about?
Mark Jackson in the Hall of Fame?
Mark Jackson's not in the Hall of Fame, but he's like top 10 assists all time. Like he's a great point guard.
Let's go. Okay, let's go to the LeBron era. He's been to the finals a lot. Mike Brown, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2007. They beat the Detroit Pistons. All right, let's see. Let's see who's in the Hall of Fame here. I could say I already know Ben Wallace, right? Ben Wallace, right? Yeah. Chris Webber, right? Rasheed Wallace. I'm sorry. Rasheed Wallace.
Put Chris Webber. This is so funny.
Isn't it Chris Webber? Chris Webber's not in the Hall of Fame?
Chris Webber wasn't even playing. Come on now.
I'm just saying Hall of Famers
in that series.
See look, it's
you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny?
Okay, here we go.
So funny? You're gonna pull up Chris Webber.
Rasheed Wallace. Is he not?
You know the funniest thing? You know what the funny thing about this is? Look at Chris Webber's number. Look at his number. 84. 84. You got to pull up the 84 Chris Webber jersey where you basically don't play a lick. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm looking here to see. Okay, Rasheed Wallace. He'll make it to the Hall of Fame one day, but I'm not gonna. They'll probably put him in like one of those. Like, yeah, we know you nice. Because you get. Okay, so where are we? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I close that window? I closed that window. All right, so the Pistons beat him 4-2.
He said, I see what you.
Then he missed a few times. Then he moves to Miami, right? So Miami, this is where he went on his run. He beat the Bulls. The Bulls, very good team back then. MVP that year. Who was the MVP that year?
Derrick Rose.
There you go. Wait. Oh shit. We lost the feed.
Yeah, you lost this one.
We lost the
feed. Who else
was
on that team? Joakim Noah. I wouldn't call him a Hall of Famer, but
Joaquin Noah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Derrick Rose.
Prime time Derrick Rose. A legend.
Watson. Joakim Noah, Kyle Korver. He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Yeah, Kyle Korver's solid.
Yeah, nice. He's when he like number 3,
solid shooter.
3. No, he's top 10 3-pointers.
Yeah, he up there.
This is a decent squad. I'm not saying look, not many Hall of Famers. Maybe Derrick Rose for sure.
Definitely Derrick Rose.
But this is in this era. Okay, Boston Celtics. Let's see what they did here. Boston Celtics. This is the Boston Celtics, right?
This is the one he was waiting for, right?
Yeah.
He was timing up for this one.
Let's see.
Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, here come.
Ray Allen.
Raheem
He
Rondo.
ripped on Way Allen. Hall of Famer. Kevin Garnett, Hall of Famer. Rajon Rondo's definitely gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Paul Pierce, I believe he's in the Hall of Fame.
Paul Pierce a goofy ass nigga.
Yeah, they pretty good, yo. They should put what's his name in there?
Who?
Sean Williams, the fat man. Who's the fat man? Is that Sean Williams? No.
Perkins?
No.
I mean, Big Baby.
Big Baby. What's his name?
Yeah, Davis.
Who?
Davis.
Where is he? I don't see him here. Oh, he's not on this team? I thought he was. Maybe he's on the 2008 team.
He might be on the later team.
No, he's on the team that won. All right. So this is 3 Hall of Famers right here he beat. Okay. That's okay. That's great. So let's go back to the list again. Okay. So Indiana, we already talked about that. Paul Pierce. Not Paul Pierce. Fucking
Paul George.
Paul George. Miami, Atlanta Hawks. This team was great. I believe, and this is just me, talking my shit. I think that when all is said and done, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Korver,
played everywhere.
Where is Millsap? Paul Millsap is going to be in the Hall of Fame.
What?
Al Horford. You don't think Paul Millsap is going to be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Are you serious?
You think Paul Millsap for those?
Paul Millsap was nice. Oh my God! Just because he didn't. Let me show you Paul Millsap.
What?
Are you crazy? Dog, the numbers, yo. Look at the numbers, yo. This dude,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He averaged 13 a year. Look at this, 17, 18. He was walking.
Hold on.
Walking double, triple.
Hugh. All right. We gotta pump the brakes. You put
Yo,
you put
48% for the. I thought he was better than this for some reason.
Damn. He said, "Let me tell you about your boy Paul Millsap."
Yo, he had one good year.
Let me walk this back.
He's been in the All-Star game. Yo, my bad, yo. I stand corrected.
Call that a mishap.
He don't suck, but he was mid. I'm looking at the numbers. Yeah, all right, my bad. I take that back. Paul Millsap.
He said, "Sorry, Paul. I wasn't familiar with your game.
I was not familiar with your game at all. I just started. You had a long career.
That's a clip right there.
That should be the name of this episode. We should,
big mishap.
Paul Millsap content. I think Al Horford would be in the Hall of Fame. He good.
Oh yeah.
He did. Let's see what his numbers were. He got another. Yeah, he's solid 8 and 12. I don't know about this guy either. Good role player.
Yeah,
he's in that John Starks type of.
I think he's more impressive because at his advanced age, he was still contributing to a team that won a championship.
Yeah.
It's what have you done for me lately?
Here we go.
Type shit.
This is where they started messing with the league. So he beat up on 2018 Toronto Raptors. We already know. Damn, this is like very thorough.
LeBron.
So we got Anthony Bennett now. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, definitely gonna be in the Hall. I don't know. Bismack Biyombo's walking that fine line between. No, I was kidding.
I'm about to say what?
Is nice. No, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame caliber. Man, I can't believe he is such a flop. He's Canadian too. All right, let's go back. Toronto and Boston. Young Boston team, but they met them twice in the Eastern Conference Finals, and these guys were real good. They're real good. Jaylen Brown, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
What? You said who?
Jaylen Brown. Obviously, what's his name? Isaiah Thomas. No, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas was nice. Didn't have what's his name on this team. What's his name was the year after that?
Talking about JT?
Yeah. Tatum. Marcus Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus Smart was good back then. After he got traded, he kind of fell off. But he was good. These are good teams. Okay, so now I
look. I'm not going to say these aren't good teams. I'm not trying to hate on the fact that but I'm saying that the Eastern Conference, when Jordan played in the Eastern Conference, was a tougher.
No,
conference.
It wasn't. It's the same fucking conference.
I can't.
If anything,
safely say that only because I got recency bias.
But no, you gotta
like I'm more familiar with the talent pool from LeBron's run, so I would lean because a lot of those players are still producing, so I'll lean more towards LeBron. I wasn't watching basketball in 95, 96, because I was 3.
Look at this. When LeBron took Cleveland on that second run, 2 of those years he didn't have the squad that he had. Like I think 2018 it was he was by himself pretty much. And 2017, no, they brought Kyrie and all them with them.
People forget some of those teams was like weirdly stacked. Like it was a point where it was him, Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, and Isaiah Thomas on the same Cavaliers team. And I was like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
but Derrick
That
Rose
happened?
was washed and Isaiah Thomas was washed too. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was that era where he was all the king's horses and all the king's men. He was like cobbling together the bootleg Avengers at that point.
They want the vets with the experience, and everybody found out you need to know how to.
He used that same strategy and got lucky in the bubble because that was another hobble together.
That was not dog. They were
that was another hobble together team.
Get the fuck out of here! They had the best record in the whole league going
in the
into
bubble,
COVID.
bro.
No,
in the fucking bubble, bro.
Dog, did you not pay attention to that season before COVID?
Yeah, I was there, bro. Yeah, I was there.
They had the best record in the
had
league.
some young guns that they ended up shipping out, and then after that, they
No,
started hobbling together the White Howards
the
and
best.
shit, bro.
White
Damn,
Howard
bro.
was on the team before that. He was on
Yeah,
the team. They
and
signed him at the beginning. No,
that little butthole tickler, bro.
You're not doing this right now. You're not doing this right now,
brother. Just
I'm
like
gonna
Drake,
say-
I hope LeBron
look,
cutting you a big check, bro. I
look,
hope
I'ma say
Nike
this,
is backing up the truck for you.
Before we
bro.
get into the comments,
That
all I'm
bubble
gonna say
season
is
was
this.
ass, bro.
All
That
I'm
bubble
gonna say
season
is
was
this.
fucking terrible. It's an asterisk season, bro.
Dog.
It's not even about being a Jordan fan. It's an asterisk season,
Dog.
bro.
We
You're
are.
out of your fucking mind. You might be suffering from COVID still.
It's just like
You're
the 55
you're
game.
in denial, bro.
It's just like
I'm
the
not in
55 game
denial.
season. I look at the
Definitely
55
are,
game
bro.
season the same way. The 55 game season was like the
It's
asterisk.
an asterisk season, bro.
Yeah.
Those are just asterisk. You just gotta get over that one, bro. And I'm not saying LeBron didn't deserve to win. I never said that. Didn't say it still was a cobbled together asterisk ass season, bro.
Yeah, but they'll count that against him. As like,
I'm not-
that's not a real championship.
Nah, it's still a
Everybody calls it
championship.
the Mickey Mouse championship, even though
Nah, I don't call it that.
just
It's still a
competition.
championship, just like LeBron. You know that joke. Here's one Jordan don't got over LeBron. He never won no playing tournament. See, haha. We all can make those kind of little jokes. You know what I'm saying? Jordan ain't never get one of those. So,
You
but I'm
never
just saying,
won,
like,
never won an NBA Cup either.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and
that isn't-
LeBron
First-
neither participated nor
Here
won a
come the
dunk
slam dunk
contest.
contest. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
Well, but this is what I'm saying though.
Oh,
There's
he's
a
right up
shift-
there. Like, look at the people that won it recently.
No.
Mac McClung, some guy's not even in NBA
well, no,
fucking A.
because
Fuck outta
stars
here, bro.
stopped doing it out of trying to be a little too cute. LeBron
Yeah,
didn't want to be out
because-
there trying to do a dunk contest in the NBA. He had, that wasn't that
Russ ain't want
changed.
to lose.
But when MJ was in the league, it was part of like, motherfucker, if you ain't in there, you hiding, right? Dominique's in
you
there,
hide-
like
you
know,
hiding.
like. But that's what it was back then.
Whatever. Look, let's
everything
go
was
through
on
these
front. See,
comments.
that's the whole difference. Everything was on Front Street back then. Everything was on Front Street. You had to play 82, or you was a bitch. You had to go up
Play
to every
82
practice.
games,
I
right.
mean, that's how people looked at you. Your peers looked at you like you was a bitch if you flopped and you fell on the
Okay.
ground. And if somebody, that's how it was.
Okay,
You don't
that's
act like
fine.
the hard fouls and stuff. But LeBron flops. That to
Okay.
me gives me a little bit of chink on
I
his
think
armor.
because everything's
He
in
also-
HD right now, that
What's up
everybody
on
can
HD?
see. Yeah.
He said-
He literally flops. He literally flops. Like,
Okay.
there's no
All
question
right.
about how hard
Literally
he flops.
flop. Yeah, Jordan flopped too. We just don't have a lot of videotape on it. They padded his
And you
stats.
know they would find.
God damn, it's
I think
7-19.
flopping is less than padding of stats.
Thunder
What
whooping
happened?
ass right.
Getting-
7-19. Thunder is whooping ass right now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're trying to close it out. Anyway, let's go. Here's Fat Trell.
I'm about to say the real Fat Trail. Shut up, Fat Trail, bro.
Do your research. The Pistons were not
Yes.
old. They won whatever. Again, I didn't do my research. They were washed and they lost.
Okay.
They lost because they were washed. Now, according to your, if they were 1 or 2 years younger, they'd be whooping Jordan's ass like they did when they were 1 or 2 years
Oh
younger.
my goodness.
They were
Hey
whooping
man, you got to
Jordan's
give
ass.
Trail some credit though. He seems
He did the
poised.
research.
Yes.
Yeah,
Especially his response.
He got that. that very
Yeah.
professional.
Do your
picture.
research. Carry more
G.
teams and score more points.
Now, look,
and
I
got more
countered, but I said-
rebounds. We got to start getting you some commas. And got more assists. Beat and played against better competition. And he's still going.
Yeah. See, here we go. I like that. Jordan is the greatest. LeBron's the best player to play. Jordan's the greatest.
Where did he say
yeah,
that,
Muhammad
Jordan?
Ali.
Yo, holy
It's like Muhammad
shit.
Ali.
I
It's like
say
Muhammad
that
Ali.
all the time, bro.
Yeah. It's like
The
Muhammad
greatest
Ali.
Didn't I
at
say
what?
that on the episode?
The greatest at what?
Look. it's
Overall
like
being a
Muhammad
basketball
Ali.
player.
Yeah, it's like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's the greatest, right? But Floyd's undefeated, all this kind of stuff, right? But
Floyd
Muhammad
is-
Ali
one of them is a
is the
heavyweight.
greatest.
You can arguably say
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Muhammad Ali.
Trail G, come on the show, bro.
It doesn't matter. People recognize Muhammad Ali as the greatest, whatever weight class he would be in. Trust me on that.
The only this guy's the only person with sense around here. The only Knicks in the Hall of Fame is Ewing and Reggie Miller. No one else. These are the only Hall of Famers he beat in the East. That mattered or whatever. That they would go on those runs. Maybe Isaiah. Maybe 3. He forgot Isaiah.
Shaq?
But Isaiah.
What about Shaq?
We totally threw out the Pistons.
Shaq.
That's interesting.
Okay.
What about Shaq?
And Shaq, yeah, exactly.
Jordan didn't play real competition.
Reggie Miller,
No,
Reggie
he
Miller,
isn't.
like
New York Hall of Fame. Okay, just New York Hall of Fame. I don't know what you're talking about. This guy annoyed the shit out of me. He tried to be all like hard to beat the best team when you are the best team. 90s Bulls. I don't understand what that even means.
because he's telling you,
Golden
you
State
the
better
best
team than the Bulls.
He wouldn't have faced anybody as great as him.
But look,
LeBron was going to face a team that he wasn't on that was greater than his team. That was going to happen, and Jordan was never going to face that.
Jordan,
he was never going to face that because if Jordan would have went to another team, if Jordan combined and went with and played with another team that had a Kyrie or some, like another situation or a Wade or whatever,
there was no better team than the Bulls. What team had Pippen? Why would he not want to be on that team?
But why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be the same way with? Why wouldn't it be the same way
best coach in the league?
Why wouldn't it be the same way with LeBron and Wade and Bosh? Why wouldn't it be the same way with them? Just run through everybody.
What are you talking about? Run through. What are you talking about? Bosh was not is no Pippen or whoever.
Let me ask you a question.
Literally.
Let me ask you a question.
On his last legs during that
Let me ask you a question. Kobe and Shaq, when they went on a three-peat, right? Kobe and Shaq. Mm-hmm. Would you say, was there a better team than them during that run? Would you go and say, this other team is greater than them? If they beat this team, it's going to put them at a higher level. Would you have said that during their three-peat?
No, because they were the best team.
Okay. Exactly. We have many occasions where LeBron is going up against a team that we say, you know what?
No. Yeah, many. Actually, yes, you're right.
Yeah,
so many.
Yeah,
so he's the underdog going into these things, and he's beaten the best team. Jordan never beat the best team. That's what I'm saying. He was on the best team.
Because he's the best player ever. He's on the best team. You ever hear the scenario?
The best player beats the best competition.
Okay, here's the thing.
Can anybody agree with that right now? The best players beat the best competition.
No, it's not about the best. If you put the best player, here we go.
He's looking like confused. Like if you're competitive, everybody's a competitor here, right?
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Sean may be the best of whatever the fuck he does, but I'm gonna try to compete with him. I'm gonna train up, get my muscles up. I'm gonna jump high, do whatever the fuck. And then one day, after Sean been whooping my ass all season, I get up in the playoffs and I bust his ass because I trained up to be like that and to be better than him. Now who's the best?
Okay. Now, I see your point. If you beat the best, you become the best. You have a tougher obstacle ahead of you, knowing that you are not the best.
LeBron has only been favored,
right?
I think once or twice in the finals.
Sean is saying, and what this person Avery Smith is saying, it's hard to do that though when you're already the crown jewel.
Yes,
he's saying because Jordan is on the team. That's what makes them the best.
Yes, I agree with that.
So, but LeBron's on the team doesn't.
But to Hugh's point, to H's point, he's saying that's why LeBron had a tougher road because he wasn't the best. You get what he's saying? He's saying like if LeBron had a Pippen equivalent.
Yes, no, I do.
Because if you look at Pippen's numbers, when you look at Pippen's numbers in certain areas,
LeBron is the best, but his teams were not the best. That's what you have.
That's what I'm saying. In certain areas, Pippen's numbers was better than Jordan's. So like LeBron didn't have a person who was like that for him. The closest comparison would be Dwayne Wade, Cleveland era, Kyrie,
30 plus in that.
That's what I said. Cleveland era, Kyrie. Yeah. But then on top of that, you had role players like Rodman, who everyone's quick to look at somebody's production and points, but Rodman rebounds and defensive capabilities was groundbreaking. Yeah. Did LeBron have that same structure?
Well, here's the thing, though.
He didn't play. He's not a system player.
But here's what I look at.
Every system was built around LeBron.
But here's what I look at.
And that's the point that H is making. He had a tougher road. So I understand where he's coming from with that.
But Kari, this is always, I think for me, the thing that bookends and puts this to bed is that with all those things being said, Jordan left the fucking game, came back, and that team he left didn't fucking go to the championship. I'm not saying win. They didn't go to the championship. When he came back, they won 3 straight from a stint of him playing a whole fucking other sport, amateur or otherwise. That to me, when you look at a LeBron in the league for 20 years plus, can't string along runs such as that Shaq was able to do with Kobe, right? That MJ was able to do twice. That to me puts him in another echelon of greatness to me.
But you
that
don't
he was able to do that twice.
Who was he playing
left the game
in the finals?
But it's not about. Listen, it's so extraordinary for him to leave the game.
Dog,
professional sports.
Golden State had
training
to pick
every
up
day to play NBA basketball.
So
the reps that come with that, the travel that comes with that, and then come back and play 82 again.
Okay.
And when on the second act,
after
they go 72-10.
Yeah,
Come on! What are we talking about right now? This is absolutely.
They got rid of Horace Grant.
It doesn't.
And picked up
what
Dennis
I just
Rodman.
said. Put whatever factors you want.
They
to
had
put
the
into
best
it.
international
Said,
player in the league coming off their
put
bench.
into it whatever I just said. Whatever.
Kukoc should have been starting on any other team. But he came off the bench.
However you want to line it up.
That's how good they were. That team was so stacked.
Listen.
It did not matter. Steve Kerr was a fucking bucket from anywhere.
There was a year you had on one team Gary Payton, Karl Malone. They was chasing the ring. Shaq, Kobe was on that team.
They were all like 39 years old.
Shaq and Kobe. Hold on, Shaq and Kobe.
The other two motherfuckers,
okay,
the old motherfuckers.
But here, look. This is
Gary
what I'm saying
Payton,
about. Okay,
he was washed already.
But
so
Hugh. But this is what I'm saying about MJ, right?
What
just
happened
talked
when
about
he got washed? He went to Washington,
D.C.
He couldn't fucking even. He lost.
He was off a three-peat. He left for 3 years.
So he comes off a three-peat. He comes back to 3 years of fucking rest.
I've realized the problem with LeBron to Jordan fans. We appreciate 2 different things. No, it's true.
What do you appreciate?
We appreciate 2 different things.
Nostalgia was one.
No, it's not about nostalgia. It's not about nostalgia. It's not
all
about
nostalgia.
Let me just make this point. It's not about nostalgia. It's about the fact that Jordan left the game twice and came back and was great. To leave a professional sport and come back and be great is insane. You don't just lace him up for after. No, Hugh, you have to understand this point.
Pause.
You don't. When he went to the Wizards, he had not played basketball for 3 years.
And it looked like he hadn't played in 3 years.
But Hugh, he came back, averaged 20. He was on one leg and he played 82 a season, my guy. You don't understand. I don't give a fuck. One season, showing up, riding the bench at the end there for 82.
So LeBron,
you can't even get to people commit to these.
LeBron has played 22 straight years.
He did not play one.
Spent half his career in the NBA Finals. Made All NBA 19, 20 times.
But he's not been able to do.
NBA
I don't give a fuck. No, he's not been able to do shit that
Top
Jordan has
player.
been able to do.
He's done everything Jordan has done. He's won a championship. He's won All-Star MVP. He's won MVP.
I'm going to tell you this. And you know what the thing is?
Finals
the greatest
is not
thing.
the only thing. Because there's teams who have won finals that don't even nobody fucking care about anymore. The greatest thing that it's a team sport.
LeBron, in my opinion, the greatest thing LeBron has done in his career, in my opinion, regardless of scoring points and all that shit, is bringing a championship to Cleveland. That to me,
I think that was a greater accomplishment than what Jordan did.
Beating that Golden State. Jordan did 3-peat twice, Hugh.
Jordan did the same thing. Chicago didn't have a championship until he gave him one.
Yeah, yes.
So you gotta be fair on that one.
Yeah, Jordan did it 3-peat twice. You know how hard that is? Like, that's... Like
the league, it was an expansion league at that time, the second run.
Okay.
And it was changing the guard the first time. Expansion league.
So what about expansion league with Lakers?
They brought on Dennis Rodman.
What about the Lakers?
They brought on the best international player.
What about Shaq and Kobe?
Time.
How come Shaq and Kobe could do it then? Remember, LeBron said not 1 championship, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
Well, they won back-to-back. I mean, it's hard to do that in the NBA.
So did Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons did as well.
Golden State has.
That's amazing.
Detroit, Golden State is arguably a better team than the Jordan Bulls, the second Jordan Bulls run, but they couldn't do it back-to-back because KD got hurt. And Clay got hurt that year in the finals. Jordan never got hurt. They played mediocre competition. That's all I gotta say. You look at the numbers, look at the people they played in the finals, and you'll understand by the fact that he beat mediocre teams 6 times. Phoenix fucking Suns. Kevin Johnson. Fuck out of here. You compare him to Steph Curry?
Charles Barkley?
You don't think he was washed by the time he made the Phoenix?
He won MVP.
And 93, he was not washed, bro.
He was washed.
No way, bro.
He was washed.
He was up for MVP.
Let's get to these comments, bro. Let's get to these.
Back to the comments.
Either way.
Shout out to my man Avery.
No, you know what offended me is what this motherfucker said? Don't blame those. Look, he assumed I'd never seen Jordan play. I was a big Jordan fan, by the way.
That's a likely assumption.
What?
That's a likely assumption that you haven't seen.
What?
No, honestly, if I was from the outside looking in, I would probably think you haven't seen Jordan play either.
I did, dude. I'm older than you. I seen Jordan play in '85.
No, I would think you haven't. From
you still in diapers or some shit like that.
If I was on the outside looking in, I would think you hadn't seen Jordan play.
Not because I'm objective and critical.
No,
sorry.
You're very subjective against Jordan.
Subjective? Seriously?
Yes.
Seriously, you ignore everything LeBron does. Oh, he flops. He does this.
I said he's on.
But I literally say,
I say he's on my Mount Rushmore. You get mad because he's number 2. That's fine.
Flops. Oh, he hasn't won enough finals.
He's number 2.
If he
to be number 1, you got to do special things.
If he were to pull
you got to
out,
do more special things.
Let's just say like the Lakers Magic, like to next.
He's number
Luka.
2.
No, let's
just
say in a fantasy world, right? That the Lakers pick up Giannis next year randomly, and he decides to like LeBron goes league minimum to play with Giannis and Luka. Luka comes back thin and trim and bulk up, and they fucking destroy it. The next 3 seasons, LeBron's being a role player now, and they win 3 straight chips. Do those matter to you? Now he has 7 championships, and he won 3 in a row with the Lakers. Would that matter to you? He was on the stacked team.
You would have to acknowledge that, though.
Yeah, you acknowledge that, of course, but we have to go back to your arguments when people are quote unquote washed, right? So if someone's washed and they get a chip, well, context matters. If LeBron is washed and he's a role player and he gets chips,
he can then use.
I'm gonna say
the same thing. No, but he's gonna do the same thing you just did to him. He got Luka, he got Giannis. The same way you could be like he had Rodman, he had. Yeah, you can do the same thing.
But that's the thing. Jordan never got to the finals with the people he played with until he got the greatest players around him.
You know what the other thing is? You know what the other big thing is? Outside of the 2 3-peats, Jordan leaving the game, getting another 3-peat. You know what the other thing with LeBron is that for him, there was a time where he wasn't the man on his team. Jordan never had that experience. When he went to Miami, that was D Wade's team. That's unquestionable.
Yeah, it was.
That was D Wade's team.
He won a championship in 2006.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that was Jordan. It never could have happened. He could have went to any team on any.
That's not
level
true at all. That's not true at all.
So what team would he have gone to in his era? He wouldn't have been the man on the team.
Would they win though?
No. I'm asking you.
Again, he was on during Jordan's best era. Team.
No, because you just made an interesting point. What team would
remember
Jordan
that man?
Have,
Jordan's agent. Remember he came out recently.
Don't run away from it.
No, Matt. I'm telling you, this is the argument that Jordan's agent came out and said if Jordan cherry picked teams like LeBron, he'd have 15 chips.
Okay, I'm asking you a question though. What team would Jordan have gone to where he wasn't going to be the man when he stepped foot on day one?
No team. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. But
would they win though?
There's teams that LeBron would have gone to where
LeBron
he's not
has
the
been
man.
on 3 different teams that he's brought deep into playoffs run and won chips with.
And one he wasn't the man on. That. He wasn't the main when he went to
Jordan couldn't get it done until he got a good number 2.
So he played for
LeBron
D-Wade's
did it
team.
without a number 2.
Did he play with D-Wade's team?
I
Okay. Will you attest it was D-Wade's team?
The 2011
Will you attest the Heat was D-Wade's team? Yes.
When? 2011 when they lost, yeah.
No.
And then they fixed that.
But was it D-Wade's team?
It was.
Was it D-Wade's team? Was D-Wade the apex? Okay, perfect. That would never happen with MJ,
I don't
ever.
think, but the way they're...
Ever. What do you mean you don't think? He was on the team, a dream team. Guess who the apex was? Jordan. Everybody knew MJ. And that's a team of all-time greats.
LeBron was the apex on this year's Olympic team.
LeBron was on an NBA squad, and he wasn't the man on his team.
And that's because LeBron
Who matters?
is a pass first.
Because it's irrelevant.
Pass
it
first.
happened. Because it's irrelevant.
Pass.
It happened.
No.
It happened.
What does that have to do with anything? They still made it to the finals.
You admitted it. You admitted it. Shout out to Avery.
What does that have to do with anything? Again,
what do you mean? That's factors. In the Jordan fan
LeBron
era,
that year.
That's a factor.
He won MVP.
Jordan fans are up here as far as where certain levels. You can't not be the man on your team to be in Jordan's level. That can't be. We're not putting guys wasn't the man on their team.
No.
We're not putting guys whoever was a man.
LeBron.
We're not putting guys on the same level as MJ who wasn't the man on their team at one point. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. You got to be the man on your team.
Just to shut you down
real
quick.
The apex.
Let me shut you down real quick. That year, if you look at the numbers, LeBron outperformed D. Wade.
I don't care about outperformance. We knew that was Dwayne's team. That makes
you the man.
He knew that was Dwayne's team.
It was his team.
LeBron knew that
because
Michael Jordan would never be. When they asked Michael Jordan during the Olympics, when Ahmad Rashad interviewed him as he was in a hotel, Ahmad Rashad said, "Hey, dream team, all these great players. Who's going to take the last shot?" He looked at him and said, That's a stupid question. Of course, me."
He probably missed that shot. Shooting percentage in that shit.
The mentality is big with MJ fans. The mentality is so.
There's a lot of bum ass niggas that is Jordan fans, yo. You gotta.
What are you talking about? The mentality I'm talking about of what people put with MJ. He was different. He was never going to go to a team he wasn't the man on. Never was going to happen. I don't give a fuck if he's 50. He was never going to not be the man. When he went to that team on the Wizards when he was 40 plus, he was the man. Guess what? On this Laker team, John Luka is the man. Jordan, whatever team he was going to be on, that's Luka's team now. What are you, crazy? LeBron will tell you that. LeBron was telling everybody it was AD's team a couple years back. LeBron's saying that. You know who would never say that? The greatest player of all time.
Isn't that kind of like selfish and self-serving?
Yes. And you know what? That's what you want out of the GOAT. Tom Brady was a psychopath. GOAT. That's what you want. Yes. Tom Brady, are you kidding me? He would go on his offensive line. Yes.
Yeah, he was a psychopath because he decided to go back when he should have retired.
His nickname was Psycho Tom. Mm-hmm. That's what they called him on the team. Are you kidding me?
Everybody's different.
Everybody's not different. Goats are goats. Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. They want to eat your lunch every day of the week. There's not a day they say, "Oh, you're my friend today."
So
every day.
Just because LeBron can be friendly and still
Serena Williams wants to eat your lunch. Serena Williams wants to eat your lunch every day. It ain't my sister. No, she wants to destroy her sister too. That's what we're talking about. But no, she wants to destroy her. That's what we're talking about when it comes to GOAT level. No, GOAT level's different.
So you have to be a horrible person to be the best?
Yes, you do. You do.
That's not
nice. You sacrifice everything in your world. No, I mean
sacrifice.
Everything in your
LeBron's
world.
been in the league.
Tom Brady,
the face
oh my
of the
God.
league.
Let's look at the GOATs. Muhammad Ali sacrificed his life to be the GOAT and like to be the greatest of all time. You sacrifice. You put everything on the line. That's a difference, bro. I'm telling you. LeBron is too comfortable to be the GOAT. He's too comfy. He's too cozy. Yes, that's why he rolls around when somebody's hits 65 games, walking in with wine. Hey, come on, bro. LeBron.
Yeah, Jordan makes it look easy.
Jordan would play 18 and still drop 40. It's different.
18? What
18. He'll play a full round of golf and still drop 40. It's documented.
It has to do with anything.
It has to do with everything. It's documented. LeBron gets a groin pull, he's out. Gets spasms, cramps, he's out.
Everybody does that, yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah, so we're not going to see another.
So you're going to kill yourself to play basketball.
I'm not. That's why I'm not the GOAT. I won't. That's why I'm not the GOAT in basketball. But to be that level, yes, you have to. Unfortunately,
but can somebody be so talented that they can do it all?
No. Talent is one thing.
That's the funny thing about this
because Jordan actually wasn't the most talented coming up.
Jordan.
He wasn't the most highly touted coming up. He had to grind that out.
He got cut by his high school coach. All that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he had to grind that shit out. So
I get it. And LeBron made it look easy.
Well, listen, it was. He
didn't have a point to prove. When LeBron won a chip, he won a chip. When he won in Cleveland, he won in Cleveland. He don't have to win multiple championships. Even if he did, no, your stupid ass is gonna be up here saying it don't count, it don't matter.
It's not about
do
not
it 10
counting.
times in a row,
see,
Jordan.
What you do
because
we're discrediting. You think I'm discrediting LeBron?
You are.
I'm not discrediting LeBron. He's
greatest,
number two all time. So a basketball fan should not be discrediting.
The greatest players are the ones that make it look easy. Jordan. If he's sitting there having to put 20 ice packs on his legs and do this, that, and the third and play the flu game and all that shit, LeBron can take a few games off, still run for the NBA chip. Let me tell you something. He's never missed a playoff game.
We're not talking about a few. game.
He's never missed a regular
season. Hugh, when you can take
game?
when you take 2-3 weeks off going into the playoff season, I mean, come on.
No, he doesn't do that.
Well,
everybody sits their best talent towards the end of the. Everybody does that.
Okay, but I'm
because
saying
they saw the toll it took on those other old players.
Well, it did take a toll for MJ.
Jordan,
he averaged MJ 30 plus. MJ 30 plus.
He took years off. He took 2 years off to play fucking softball and shit.
Yes,
then he took
and
3 years off to come back and ruin the Wizards.
And he's still top 5 all time in scoring. Yes, all these things. Yes, yes. All defensive.
He never took a break.
More than LeBron. Yes.
Carr, you heard that? He never took a break. He never took a game off.
Well,
he took
not
years off.
Not when he was playing in the NBA. Not when he's playing in the NBA.
How do you not count taking years off as not playing in the NBA?
Because when he laced it up, he was there.
When he laced it
up,
LeBron has showed up for 22 fucking years.
No, he
Jordan
hasn't.
had to take 2 years off to fucking find himself. And then he took 3 years off.
That's not a true statement. He hasn't.
How is it?
He hasn't. Look at the games.
I did everything.
Look at the games. He plays 60. He plays 60. He plays 60 a game. Okay, so to what you're saying, he's shown up every 22 years.
LeBron played 71 games this year. LeBron played 70. He missed what 10, 8, 9, 10 games, whatever.
So would you say when Jordan the year he took that sabbatical out of the league, would you say the same amount of years? Let's say it was 7, 8 years that Jordan was in the league. Let's say, right, if we're back of the envelope, how many games in that 7, 8 year period do you think LeBron James missed?
I don't fucking care.
Exactly, but it probably amounts
because
to more
the same
games
way
than
you
Jordan
count,
missed
the
for
only
the 2
thing that got up on LeBron is the amount of rings that he got and how many games consecutively he played in the season. Nobody gives a fuck about those things.
Now they don't, but Jordan fans do. LeBron fans don't care about that.
You know why?
Stuff.
Y'all are running out of shit to talk about.
No, there's not running out of. You know what?
This was not an argument until now.
No, it's not running out of.
After
what happens is what happens is
he's been made it to the top 10.
What happens is
all NBAs. After he made it the All-Star game ever made.
No.
All of a sudden, all we got is 6 rings and how many games Jordan played consecutively after taking 3 years off, 4 years off.
Hugh, I'm going to explain something.
Fuck out of
what
here.
What basketball fans, specifically Jordan fans, start with is not running out of things. We start with the fact that there are 82 games in a season. So we take credit to the fact that he played
this
mostly
is the argument
all
that
82.
You have.
It's not an argument. It's something that when there's 82 to be
because
played,
it's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. It's
not totally irrelevant.
One of the greatest.
Jordan broke his foot one year, right? He missed a bunch of games.
It's not irrelevant. It's not irrelevant.
He missed
one of the greatest.
LeBron's
one of
been
the greatest
before. You know that, right?
One of the greatest.
Yeah,
sports
but he ain't break his foot though.
One of the greatest.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, bro.
Yes.
Not all injuries are equal, bro.
So if you pull your
the fuck, no way, bro.
He pulled his
no way, bro. I don't even.
Yeah.
This ain't even about LeBron and Jordan. This is fucking science. A groin pull and a broken foot is 2 separate things, bro.
Okay, but you missed time, right? For each one of them, right?
Yeah.
He's saying that Jordan never missed a game. He did.
No,
he has missed games.
But not when he was healthy. LeBron missed games out of sitting a lot of times. And look,
I'm not going to count that against him because you know why? He still showed up every game. He still made it to the
he doesn't show up every game. Don't say that.
And all that
look, Hugh, you cannot say that. He did not show up every game. Jordan played every game because, for one, he wanted to play every game. No matter what, he wanted to be out there to beat his opponent. And he also wanted to play in front of the fans and be there because people paid good money to see him play. One of the greatest, or not the greatest stat in all of sports, not even a fan of baseball, maybe the Cal Ripken fucking consecutive game spree. To come and show up every game, rain, sleet, snow, whatever the case may be, sick, whatever the case may be, family issues, and be there and play.
Is he the best shortstop of all time?
Is remarkable. But I'm saying this is an element of greatness. When you get to the point of talking about someone as a GOAT, these are things that you have to, playing in the sport and showing up every day, absolutely.
When you have
and
80, okay.
Look, Jordan has those intangible. So Jordan has the intangible stats where you would say, "Hey, is Cal Ripken the greatest shortstop ever?" And I would say no. I would say he's not. However, the stat that he has puts him such a higher echelon being a great shortstop if he didn't have that stat. That gives him such a push up the ranks for having that 2,600 games in a row, showing up over 16 seasons, never missing. If he didn't have that, trust me, his level of greatness and how he's looked at in the game would go down quite a bit. Yes, I put it at high esteem when you have a player such as Jordan, how great he was, averaging 30, winning championships, and then having those intangible, like kind of like scholastic stats where you're like, damn, dude shows up every game also, and you'll drop 40, 50 on your head. That's fucking crazy. And he's 9-time defensive, and he's 10-time scoring champ. Come on. Like, collectively. Okay. Collectively, you can't look at those things and be like, Jordan is not the GOAT. It's hard. It's hard pressed. Now, with LeBron, we can look at several factors, in my opinion, that make him not the GOAT. And those are the things that, for whatever reason, looks like we're discrediting him. It's not that I put the same thing that I would put with Jordan. It's not a Jordan stat. It's what Jordan did in his career that are more memorable than what LeBron did in his career. 2 3-peats. I'm sorry. That gives me a rung that, shit, if LeBron did a 3-peat, that would be amazing. That would definitely put him higher up for me. But back to back, we have a lot of teams that were able to accomplish that. I mean, the Pistons were able to accomplish that. I mean, the Lakers obviously were able to accomplish that. I mean, a lot of teams in history, Boston, we don't have but a handful of teams that have been able to accomplish 3-peats. The Lakers, the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? So this is all-time stuff. He did it twice. And when he left the game,
Bill Russell win 8 in a row or some shit?
Yes, Bill Russell,
11.
you know what I'm saying? Like, these
11.
are, yeah, like, this shit is great.
But why isn't he?
I'm sorry. Before we get into that, I fucking hate that argument. I fucking hate that.
I'm not trying to argue with you.
Don't do that. Don't do
that.
Don't do that. Bill Russell got 11, so if we do the ring shit, he automatic. No.
Hey, look, Robert
Because
Horry
Bill
got
Russell
7.
did not do the shit LeBron and Jordan. Stop.
Robert Horry got 7.
Because then you can use them same arguments you've been using. Who the fuck did Bill Russell play? It was the 1920s. I hate that fucking. Well, if that's the case, Bill Russell should be the GOAT because he got 11. Okay, so still using that same logic, you just said Jordan is better than LeBron because he got 6 if we play the numbers game. I'm not saying you about to do it, but anybody in that motherfucking comment section, I hate that Bill Russell shit.
Let's put it in the context.
Rest in peace, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell and them. Bill Russell got 11 or whatever. Jordan got 6. LeBron got 4. LeBron has these numbers. Jordan has these numbers. Bill Russell has these. Skill-wise, Bill Russell not the best. Jordan, skill-wise, probably one of the best, at least shooting guard-wise, whatever. LeBron, the best. The numbers, you bring them closer together. If you say he has 4 or 5 more than Jordan, Jordan has 2 more than LeBron. LeBron has better stats than Jordan. Been to the big show more, played more years, has more accolades than Jordan. As far as, all around things, like great, scoring and all that stuff. Then never mind scoring titles because, Carmelo Anthony won a scoring title. D Wade won one.
Jordan won 10. So before you start bringing up people's scoring titles, let's just make sure.
KD won a scoring title.
Jordan,
Bernard King won a scoring title. A lot of people that can win scoring titles.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people.
How many of those guys went to the NBA
10.
Finals and won and did 10? Melo never even went.
So here's the thing.
Melo never even went to the finals and all that.
Here's the thing.
So scoring is one thing. Scoring is one thing.
No, absolutely. But I'm talking.
And it proves that Jordan, like.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Hugh. When we talk about stats, everybody always, because the whole argument with championships, because Jordan's 6-0, people think that's all people use for Jordan's thing, right? He was 6-0, undefeated in the finals. Yes, that's him. Yeah, but that's amazing. Yes, but let's talk about the things that are unique unicorn type shit that he's done. Okay, 10 times scoring titles, 10, not 1, not 2. Not 3, not 4, not 5. Like LeBron said, 10. Okay? 10. All-time first-team defensive player as a guard. 9 times. Won the NBA championship, finals MVP, okay? And got defensive player of the year in 1 season. We just have to think about the things, okay? As a guard, by the way, a shooting guard, that he's been able to accomplish and do that are so different and so unique at his position, hard to fathom. So not only it's the way he, not just stats, it's the things that he was able to do year over year and still win championships. People can do a lot of things, score a lot of points, get a lot of rebounds, do a lot of things. But to win championships while doing that, to win MVPs while doing that, to defend your championship over and over and over and over and over and over again, that's amazing. Those are the intangibles LeBron, in my eyes, can't touch. He's great, and that's enough, and that puts him at number 2. Look at Tom Brady as a football player. 7 Super Bowl, 9 Super Bowl. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's certain things. Maybe he's the luckiest man in the world. He got the best team, and the coach people say whatever they say. But we know damn well, right, that he had a lot to do with those Super Bowl wins. We know that. And so we know he had more probably so than anybody else to do with those championships. That's the way with MJ. Look at Scotty's stats in some of those finals runs. I can guarantee they're not as great as his regular season play was.
What, the finals runs?
Yeah,
look,
Scottie Pippen's averaging in the finals.
Game, but Bron steps up in the playoffs at 30 plus points a game.
As he should.
8, 9, 10. No, it doesn't matter. Jordan scored 45 and 63 against Bird and lost. These are the things that you cherish, that you dangle that in our face. In a LeBron,
there were 5 Hall of Famers on that team. 5.
And I'm gonna bring up another thing. This thing we talked about before. John Havlicek, right? Remember him?
Yes.
He's part of that 11. Yeah, Celtics. Remember we talked about his stats and stuff?
Okay.
He won Finals MVP. I'm looking at 8-time NBA championship guy. Arguably same numbers as Scottie Pippen, I think. In a different era, though, right? I know. I'll bring this up here actually just to show y'all. This is Scottie Pippen of the Bill Russell era.
Timberwolves getting cooked.
Good for them. I'm happy about that. We talked about this on when we tried the other podcast a while ago on Heads of State. So this man was one of the best players of his time. Gets no respect though. No respect. You know why? Because Bill Russell was on his team. Bill Russell didn't average as many points. Maybe got more rebounds, did whatever. But he was the man, right? Because he's the man. He showed up every game. He did all this stuff. But this guy was the point. He ran the point. He did all the shit. He won an NBA Finals. Been to the Star Game. All defense. All NBA. All everything, right? All rookie team. He made it, right? Hall of Fame, all that shit, right? You can make an argument for him being a GOAT or before Jordan at some point because he had more championships than Kareem. His stat line was as robust as a player of that era can be. If you base it on him showing up and doing all the things to get the championships, he's got 8 of them. Jordan got 6. Russell got 11. This guy has the numbers that are better than Russell's. Arguably, you could say that he's better than Bill Russell.
Hold on, Hugh. Hold on. You were being serious right now?
I'm being serious.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Hold on.
I'm being serious.
What's going on, bro? Because I saw the Thunder score, and I just kind of was like, oh,
yeah.
Yo, what? Like, who the fuck is this Jim Crow era ass nigga, bro? I don't even know what the fuck going on.
I'm just saying. Okay? He all NBA.
What the fuck is Biff Tannen doing on the screen, bro?
Right?
What the fuck is happening?
My point is, this guy here has, and I brought him up before in our conversations, has a very illustrious career, but was overshadowed by the guy who was on his own team that did
7-time All-NBA second team. Okay. 7-time. Am I seeing that right, or are my eyes deceiving me? 7-time All-NBA second team?
He's been on the first team 4 times.
No, I know, but does it say more times on the second team? See, this is what LeBron James fans do. You guys, I'm not emphasis on some other stuff.
Yeah, what was going? Yeah, what was?
No, this is my point.
Yeah,
they're missing what I'm saying. We have a bunch of people that look at a time, and that's why I call it nostalgia, where Jordan ran the league. Yes, he did the amazing 3-peat twice and all this stuff, but there's all these gaps in between that things happen where he didn't play, where he got injured, didn't make it to the playoffs even 9 years straight or whatever. So he gets blown out, but some magical quotes and shit say
5 years straight.
Yeah, whatever. He didn't make it to the playoffs. He almost ruined the franchise by.
I mean, he didn't make it to the finals, I should say. He definitely made the playoffs in the rookie year. Yeah, because the Celtics whipped his ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his rookie year. Yeah, he definitely
just couldn't get. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So LeBron made it to the finals by year 5.
LeBron.
No, year 4. Year 4 or 5.
He got Jordan beat by 2 years.
No, he made it to the finals. Jordan
That's what I said.
To the finals.
He made it to the finals in 91.
Yeah.
He was drafted in what, 85?
85.
84. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And he broke his foot his second or third year.
Okay. Yeah. But Jordan Jordan, he got kicked out the finals like nine times before he made it. Either kicked out the playoffs or didn't.
I'm about to say he ain't
playoffs,
never get kicked out the finals.
Hold
on.
He only made it. Yeah, he only made it 6 times. Which is another 16 years, 6 times. That's great, Jordan.
So now we celebrating losses.
Well, no, I'm not celebrating losses. It's about
what was the point you was making? Let's go to that part.
You can have.
So we got a 7-time All NBA second team here. We're putting up against MJ. Okay. That's where you left off.
I'm not putting him up against MJ. I'm just saying if you blindly put up these numbers and said, "Oh, this guy made it to," like, who's that? He has to be a top 10 player, and he's not even considered top 10. This guy. Even though he has the numbers and the accolades and all that shit.
Hold on.
He never won an MVP because I don't know who was winning MVPs back then, but it wasn't him. Jordan Mack, maybe that guy on the Lakers.
I just need to understand. What makes him a top 10 player? Can you help me understand this?
Okay. Using the reason why you say Jordan's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Put up numbers.
Show me the reasons why over here.
Okay, I'm going to play moderator. I'm about to be moderator real quick. And
he put up
numbers. I swear people gonna think I'm Team Jordan here because I'm neutral.
No, that's fine.
But no. I'm gonna play moderator because what you just said. I don't know where you getting at because Sean was saying, and he gave LeBron credit, but recontextualized thing. You admitted it in the same conversation. I was listening. He wasn't the man on his teams. You said Bill Russell had him in a couple accolades. You just said why he's not a top 10 player because he wasn't the man. His team, hella stats, great stats, phenomenal numbers. Not the man on his. That's why when we had that conversation, you didn't mention Biff Tannen. You said Bill Russell because Bill Russell was the man in his team in his era. Jordan, man on his team, his era. LeBron, man on his team. His era, minus the Dwayne Wade thing. We're not counting this guy because he's not the man on his team.
Why would you put him in Jordan's lap?
You showed me this old 1950s caricature of a former Klan member. He got hella numbers. A ton of people got hella numbers.
And I never
but he's not the man on his team.
You don't have to be the man. But what does that mean?
The best player on the team. That's what that means.
You're LeBron. D. Wade.
What do you mean? It says it in the title. Man on his team means he's the man.
LeBron's numbers are better than D. Wade's numbers the year he was the man. There was a
struggle. But you conceded that Dwayne Wade was the man. Who even said
LeBron did not want to step on toes? He even says this.
Oh my!
But give me
and then
one
when
stat.
they said, "Hey, LeBron, this is the year after when they lost that chip. Hey, LeBron, you got to be the man."
Give me one stat where you would say you're putting him, this guy, and he's a great player. He's a great player. But give me a stat that you would say you're putting up against MJ outside of championships. Just point. Which one are you talking about? The second team all time. The second team?
Dog, different era. I can't even put that.
I'm saying what stats here? What stats here?
I can only contextualize it by the resume.
Well, that's what from his resume would you put?
In a blind taste test, if you just if they were both, no, I don't know who this is and I don't know who this is. Yes, we'd all say Jordan has better numbers. But this guy won 8 chips. He has 20 points a game. Similar numbers to Jordan.
Why are you mumbling? This is not similar to Jordan. This is not even
similar enough.
No, it's not even close.
Similar enough when it comes to like rebounds, assists, all that type of shit.
Oh my god! Okay, we reaching out. Bro. This objectively saying Jordan better than LeBron or vice versa. This is a reach.
Yeah,
this is terrible, bro.
From a position standpoint,
no, bro.
Yeah.
This is
all of that stuff.
Who's editing this episode? Tell him to just clip this whole part out. This is ass, aroni, and cheese.
This
is bad.
I'm not clipping this out because
the comments gonna love this.
It takes a team to win these chips, and yes. Bill Russell won 11 with his teams. This guy was a part of those teams, and he's great. Maybe he was his Scottie Pippen. Let's put it that way. And maybe I should compare this guy more to Scottie than
maybe or maybe not at all. Yeah, because what the fuck is going on, bro?
I just don't get. The point is, if you stack up the argument up until maybe 3 or 4 years ago about Jordan was that he always had more chips than Bron and this, that, and the third. When Bron started doing things like, he's now in the top 10 in assists and rebounds. He's now the all-time leading scorer. He's made 20 All-NBA teams. He's made it to every All-Star game in almost every year of his career. He's done all the things Jordan never did. He's been to the finals a bunch of times. He made it to conference finals at age 36 or 37. He's been deep playoff runs ever since whenever. So if you start looking at it, all the accomplishments on the road to the Hall of Fame that LeBron's on, he's arguably and most definitely to me, has had a better career than Jordan based off everything he's done over the last 22 years. Championships aside, MVPs are subjective.
Career.
I'm gonna say 2 points real quick. Point number one, and I'm speaking from a perspective of an old school nostalgia glasses Jordan fan. All they're gonna do to argue against that is, well, Jordan played longer. I mean, LeBron played longer.
Yeah.
If Jordan played as long, he would have did the same thing. Not saying this is true. I'm saying that's what they're gonna say.
No, he wouldn't have. So no, he could not.
That's not. See. Let me finish. I did not say that was true. I said,
he would say that
okay,
shit.
next point. My next point. Because you arguing a hypothetical. You're arguing the straw man. My next point. Damn. You could have said all of that without taking us to 1955, back when we had to drink from color water fountains, because that shit was just.
Havlicek's one of my favorite.
You made a great statement. If you looking at accolades and stats, there's some shit LeBron has done that
nobody's
Jordan
ever done, or
that no one will ever do. And guess what he about to say?
Same
Jordan
thing.
got some shit that LeBron can't do either. There we go.
Yeah.
Boom. Where we at now?
What Jordan? What has Jordan done besides winning six
championships and never
No.
losing? That's a big one though.
First team all defensive.
Slam dunk contest
9
winner.
times. First team all defensive 9 times. Okay.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year.
You know what LeBron didn't have either? A bunch of fucking statisticians.
No, I'm not done.
Padding his stats every fucking
10
year.
times scoring champ. 10 times
Jordan
champ.
seven steals in one game and only 3 turnovers on the other side. Like, how does that work?
He's also led the league in steals.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
you know who has the most steals in the playoffs?
Jordan played both sides of the ball at a high level, and he still.
So does LeBron.
All right, I gotta go, guys. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm gonna
listen.
wrap up here.
The next show, we can't go back and past 1985 in basketball.
Yeah.
1972 is the cutoff.
Millsap and Havlicek. Here we go. All right.
Millsap. Millsap. I was mistaken. Yeah, at least I can admit when I'm wrong. Havlicek, yes, he's more Pippen than Jordan.
Millsap and Havlicek.
The Millsap mishap. Let's go. Name of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna love that.
Shout out LeBron. Shout out Jordan, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. I'm about to watch the Thunder advance.
Yeah. Yes. Have a good night, fellas.
Good night. I love the show.